Успех в твоих руках, подруга.
Остался один шаг до победы.
Let's have a quick look at the roster real quick for both teams. So as we mentioned, we do have for Traktori, we have Tribatin, Kartinker, Alvine, Asya, I believe it is. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's Asya.
Okay, Foxtail. And for Eternal, we have Day, QT Fury, Gvozd, Little Devil, and Ravity. Now, we do have two replacements for both teams. We've got Murray and Luna Lee. So I'm looking forward to seeing how both these teams play. I think they've got a lot of potential. I think this has the potential to be a very close game. Now I'm going to have a quick look. I do believe we already have the maps already banned out. So let's swap over to that and let's have a quick look and see what you feel about these. So first map is going to be Villa, followed by Border, and then Clubhouse will be our third one. I'm surprised, honestly. I actually said that I thought these would be the two bans, or the three bans. However, I was expecting they would be in a different order. I expected that Border would be the decider. What do you think influenced Traktori's logo, or their icon?
A tractor.
Like, I mean, why a tractor? Like, is that like
Because they run over everything. Like a tractor.
Like, come on,
that's what
no,
I'm telling
like,
you. It's not a joke. Like, I know, like, pun intended, but pun also unintentional. They run over that map.
Like, I'm thinking about this. Like, I remember looking at the team logos the other day, and I was like, I was trying to figure it out because I couldn't figure out like whether Traktori meant something in Russian. I presumed, and it does appear like we are about to get started with this game. Our first map of the day, it is going to be Villa first. Traktori are going to be on attack and Eternal on defense. I am very excited about this. I think that this is going to be an incredible match coming up. And yeah,
You're telling me. I can't hold back. I'm gonna try though.
So we are going to be starting off our first match of the day. Now, unfortunately, just full disclosure, guys, all of the text in-game will be in Russian. Unfortunately, despite my accent, I am most definitely not Russian, so yes, please don't expect me to translate any of this. Bunny, I don't believe you speak Russian, do you?
No, I do not.
Okay.
But this was how I had casted yesterday. So.
I wonder if we're going to see a Buck ban coming out here. No, it's going to be a Zofia ban. That's going to be an interesting one. Now, last stream and last time Eternal played, they did ban out Buck twice, which was a bit of an interesting ban. Generally don't see that all too often. So Zofia ban coming out, potentially a target ban towards a player, or potentially they just don't want to play against that lifeline. Nomad ban coming out as well. Fairly standard ban right there. Nomad is a fantastic operator, specifically because of those air jabs. It allows her to cut off rotations, and especially if she uses them in strategic locations such as staircases or doorways of importance, it can really lock down an area and lock down a site from roamers, and it makes it a lot easier to maintain that flank watch. Mira also coming out, standard ban. A lot of teams don't want to play against that Black Mirror, simply because Mira adds another level of complexity to an already fairly complex game. You know, it takes so many more additional steps to get rid of those those evilizers, Black Mirror windows.
And of course, Echo.
How do you feel about the Echo ban? Like,
actually, it was quite surprising because we did not have an Echo ban in the first game that Traktori played against Fastban. But Traktori actually used Echo in that game. Then there was the Echo ban by Traktori in the second game.
Now, Echo and Mera are some of the most banned operators, not only in ranked, but also in competitive play, and for a reason. It can be incredibly hard to deal with those yokai drones. Not only do they provide an immense value in terms of intel, but also in terms of being able to effectively
Do you
be...
see that? Asia switching over to Ash.
Oh
I
no,
told
she's
you.
not.
Yeah, I
Oh,
told
no.
you. I'm telling you, the tractors.
So I think you mentioned it earlier on. Traktori like to kind of fight over those the who gets to play Ash, right?
Yeah, I've seen them cycle Ash throughout an entire, just an entire game. Cycle Ash through. Everybody taking turns. But in the end, it paid off. I believe when Asia was initially Ash, she actually got spawn peak.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she didn't actually even get to show off the Ash rush.
I mean, Ash is a fun operator. I mean, bear in mind, I am a full Ash main. I do not like to, I don't like to take my time. I like rushing into sight. I like murdering everything in sight, you know. So Ash is definitely one of my favourite operators. Along with that, it's usually Twitch. So fairly standard defense setup so far. Interesting to note that we have gone to a secondary site. Rather than going up to Aviator Games Room or even Statue Trophy, we have gone down into the library and lounge. Interesting observation there. I wonder whether they have prior strats specifically based around this site, or whether they are just feeling a little bit more confident there. Marie currently joining now in through Art Studio into Piano, putting a flank drone there. That's fantastic to see. Hopefully that's going to pay off in the future. Ash rushing in through the basement. Dogby Cole going out already. Very sneaky beaky so far.
That's really her playstyle.
Oh no,
And
Alibi dropping down.
there.
Oof. How'd you feel about that?
That's actually how it's been. They go in and sometimes they just kill everybody and sometimes they don't. But as you can see with Aussie over there, very brave plays.
That's going to be very unfortunate for Traktori, losing their main entry Farragut so early on into the game. Hopefully they're still going to be able to make some moves here. Alibi is fairly low on health. Little Devil did lose a fair amount of her health, so that might not have necessarily been the best trade there. Losing most of your life, or most of your health, to an Ash. However, you know, it definitely does put Traktori into a bit of a disadvantage here, especially when you consider that 80% of rounds 1 are to the team that get that first initial entry frag. Little Devil actually making up for it as well. A double kill now. Marie goes down. As the Jackal also down. They are struggling here. As Data kills off Kartinker as well, whilst Alvin refrags.
It seems like Eternal is doing pretty well against Traktori right now. Oh, but now we have seen that Ravity has been downed by Foxtail. They do still have Foxtail. I mean, Foxtail may pull out a miracle. I'm not sure. But Foxtail is going slow. Trying to just grab that diffuser. See if anything is possible, but no. Eternal winning that round.
Eternal picking up the first round of the game down in the lounge and the library. Bit of an interesting kind of pick there. However, it worked out for them. A lot of frags coming out. Little Devil doing work with that Alibi. I believe that would have been a 3k or a 4k. I believe it's a 3k. In that round. That was fantastic play. Foxtail now bringing out the Twitch. I like this fairly aggressive lineup coming out by the attackers. We've got the IQ, we've got the Twitch. All I want to see is another Ash and that Jackal as well.
I think they've decided to go against the Ash for now. They don't want to, and they're actually going with a similar lineup to what they had yesterday too. Oh, except Foxtail switched over to Dokkaebi. But Foxtail does that, Dokkaebi or Twitch. But we do see Devil. Devil has Alibi once again. So, and Alibi's an amazing fragger. Like, that's how I see it. Her gadget is just like, you know, just sort of the side piece. It's Alibi herself that is the main for me, in my opinion.
Now, we do have with Tornado a fairly trap-heavy lineup. Not only do we have the Legion Capcan, but we also have the Frost again in the capable hands of Ravity. She did a lot of work yesterday with that Frost. It's going to be curious to see where she's going to be putting those out as well. We do have the Mute Jammer and hopefully the Shotgun, the SAS Shotgun with Mute. A lot of teams will generally play with the Mute SMG and the Shotgun combination, purely so you can build sight, make rotations, and overall it's a lot easier. You get to save a lot of your impact grenades. We do see Capcan does have impact grenades over the C4, which is a kind of interesting one. Generally speaking, you want to have as many C4s for plant denial as possible. At the moment, I believe they only have one set now with Mute. Bit of a slower push now. Traktori seem a little bit less confident about this.
Yeah, that's see they tried their go in real fast earlier and it didn't work. So now I think they're going to see what will work for them.
I do like the fact that Traktori are droning in a lot more. Compared to what we saw yesterday, it does look like they are definitely taking their time a little bit more.
Oh yeah, they are definitely. But then that is also, that could be an issue because they need to watch that clock, make sure they don't run out of time.
Yeah, I mean, it's fairly well known that, to be frank, Aroma only really needs to waste about a minute 30, a minute 40 on the roam before kind of trying to pull back to side. That's generally the recommended kind of time out there. Looks like one of their attackers has been spotted out by that Prisma, getting his location or her location called out. They are trying to cover in through Games Room and the 90 hallway. Potentially going to try and get this peek out here. She does have the MP5K over that ASS Shotgun. She's going to do some work on it. She gets one first kill and a second kill potentially coming up. Oh no, she gets down and killed off by the Jackal. Ravity refrags, however, that is Foxtail down. Traktori, again, serious disadvantage here. Not only have they lost 2 players, but they've also got a third on critically low health.
Well, they did lose, Traktori did lose Asia, but they still do have Marie. Marie is really good with getting kills. That's who, I believe, is the Jackal. So it's gonna be interesting. So we have, Kartinka is downed Ravity, so it seems that Traktori is kind of...
Yeah, I mean, Collapse in a pinch coming out there through 2 of the attackers. Starting to work out. Alvin getting another kill onto Little Devil. That is their primary source of planting now down with the Butte. And they have also lost one of their main fraggers. Turner not looking the best right now. However, QT Fury, line of sight coming out. And that is Alvin picking up another kill. Anchor Tinker finishing things up there with a final kill. I was about to say a final death. Very aggressive playstyle right now coming out.
Yeah, but did you see the time? I was gonna say it was literally under 30 seconds left. They had to really rush it, kind of.
So I did notice that they were seeming to favor a more 2-dimensional push there, in that they were trying to collapse in straight through trophy entrance and through the master bedroom and bathroom. That's a very good push. Generally speaking, what you're going to want to try and do there is you're going to try and rotate defenders out of cover and out of position from out from the kind of trophy side and trophy entrance side, as the attackers are pushing in through bathroom, basically to catch them into a crossfire. And it worked out incredibly well for them. That was an incredible pinch. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely a slow start for Traktori, but I think that they're learning from their mistakes in that first round.
Yeah, they definitely learned their mistakes in the first round. They didn't just rush in, as you noticed, and they didn't pick an Ashe. I think they just wanted to try that out, and if that worked out, we're going to just cycle the Ashe through.
Now, I do have to admit, I am definitely a fan of the Ashe Rush. I love it. I think that it does have a lot of value. However, you need to use that in combined arms. You need to have that Ashe, but not only, you don't want the Ashe to just face check every room. You want a hot drone her. You want to put a drone directly in front of her. Let her push in with that drone ahead of her. Give him direct call out straight away, kind of as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I do need to do this. Apologies in advance.
Oh, I had to do that yesterday too.
We are just going to swap over to this. Unfortunately, it's not always the best when that happens. And we are moving back over. And it appears that we are going for a balcony take. I would imagine we're probably going to try and push master bedroom as well at some point here. Generally speaking, you want to try and take vertical control inside the master bedroom before you start pushing down towards the objective.
So Asia is really focused right now. I think Asia wants some kills.
Oh. And it does look like the caster might be having some issue right now. Apologies for this, guys. Foxtail picking up a kill onto the Little Devil. That is the Frost down. However, I imagine most of her welcome mat should already be out at this stage, as the attackers seem to be slowly pushing towards Master Bedroom, slowly taking that over towards there. Dayday taking some fire, and she is currently getting pinched from the Jackal. However, pinched from the right hand side, I believe that was the IQ. Yes, Ashley are getting a kill onto Dayday. That is their C4 and primary plant now down. Not a good position to be in right now.
Well, Asia is definitely being careful, and she really wants those kills. Like, that's all I've seen is it's Asia and vs Marie on who gets more kills.
Yeah, so slow progress being made by Traktori, but it is consistent progress. Legion holding out behind boxes on a site. 5-2 right now as Foxtail evens it up just a little bit more. And Fury down, and Luna down as well by the Jackal. Murray getting in some labour right now. This is a rough situation to be in, and Foxtail finishes it up. That is a Legion down, and a flawless round by the attackers. Traktori, they are picking things up now. Look at that bravado right now. Swapping out the F2 for that P9 sidearm as Twitch gets that final kill.
Yeah, see, I told you, they definitely, I guess they know how to gauge themselves after the first round.
Mm-hmm.
But as you noticed in the first round, they did really rush in.
Mm-hmm. So again, we are seeing a fairly aggressive lineup being brought out by the attackers. However, defenders, they've got a solid lineup. I think that these are operators that they all feel comfortable with. And so far that they have all equally been able to bring out frags. We do have the Mozzie being brought out. I am a big fan, as I've mentioned numerous times throughout this cast. I am a fan of the Mozzie. Not only do you have two fantastic primary weapons in the form of the Commando 9 and the P10 Roni, but you also have a secondary shotgun for site reconstruction, making up mortar holes, smoke holes, rotate holes, all kind of holes, as well as a C4, and most importantly, that gadget, the Pests. It acts as intel denial for the other team in terms of like they can't drone specific areas, but also you're gaining intel because you're gaining drones that you can give hot calls to or to your teammates with.
Yeah, that's definitely very important. Mm-hmm. And so we can already see Mozzie setting up those tests to try to see she can grab the any drones to be placed around. They got a lot of detection on the defense side. They got the Alibi, they got the Legion, Mozzie.
Yeah, I mean it's fantastic as you've just mentioned there with the Legion with the goo mines. One of the best things you can do is stick them out into egress points or main staircases, doorways, etc. And it gives you or the entire defense team kind of a notification as to when people are knocking at your door. It's absolutely fantastic. And again, the caster, or correction, the observer seems to be having a little bit of difficulty today. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I would imagine we're probably going to go for a top floor take again, as usual. It seems like that's definitely what they've been favouring lately with the three-dimensional attack strategies. I like this. Very logical.
Yeah, they go in from everywhere, all directions, all floors. They try to close into close into the objective being centered. That's what I've noticed. But that's always a good way of doing things, because you can always take out people that are roaming and make it finally to whoever's left guarding the objective.
Yeah, I mean that's precisely what you want to be doing with roam clearance, is trying to take down any of the roamers as quickly as possible, so that way you don't need to worry about them coming in behind you or potentially becoming an issue whilst you're performing your attack execute. So it's like a ping coming out by the Jackal onto the Mute Dayday. Currently holding on to the angle. Should get a kill onto Thermite. That's Fuser down over in Piano. Press fire coming out by the Jackal, unable to hit a shot. However, as Little Devil picks up another, that is Marie down. And Little Devil picking up a second onto Asher as well. This is spiraling out of control for Traktori right now. 2v5.
Yeah, they've just lost two of their very important players, in my opinion. They've already lost those. But I have seen Albine step it up when Marie and Asti are down. So, you know, we can still see if Traktori will be able to. But they do only have 2 people left. And one with not very much HP, so. Oh, and Foxtail downing Devil. So they lost Little Devil.
Luna picking up a final kill, however. That is Foxtail, last player standing for Traktori. Got a lot of work ahead of her, but she only has 45 seconds remaining to make this happen. Day is down, I believe, and she's going to be finished off by Foxtail. 1v3, definitely doable. Running out of time, low health, picking up a second. Only 2 operators remaining. She is on a rampage right now, but she, again, very low health. 1 or 2 of these goo mines will take her out if Luna has any remaining. I believe that'll be 2 goo mines she needs to step in. And she will get down. Is she going to peek on the left, or is she going to look right? I think she's going to look left. Look left. Aravati doesn't spot her. I think she spots her now. She sees the head.
Oh,
but she doesn't need it. She just goes for a chest shot and takes her down.
Oh, that was really sad to see. Foxtail played very well in that round, just downing everybody slowly and with limited time.
You gotta admire the amount of effort and work that Foxtail put in there. It's very unfortunate that she was unable to secure that kill onto Rafty. I think potentially she could have made that work. She probably wouldn't have been able to get the diffuser in time and go for a plant. However, I definitely think the way she was walking there, I don't think she was going for a plant. I think she was going for the frag. And sometimes that's the best thing that you can do. You just need to go all in and say, hey, alright, you know what? Cards on the table, there's not much else we can do here. Let's just frag it out, see what we can do here. Thatcher coming out as a 6 pick from Sledge.
Especially with the limited HP and limited time that Foxtail had.
Yeah, I mean, 1 or 2 goo mines should have taken her down fairly quickly there. All that's really needed was time, to be frank. I feel like there wasn't too many options for her available there, and I think she just did the best that she could. She's finally moving over to Aviator Games Room now as the 3rd bomb site, I believe.
We're currently even with both teams. We got 2 wins on either side, so this game could go either way.
It does look like Little Devil might need to spend a little bit more time in that Terrorist or that Aim Trainer because she's struggling a little bit with the Scorpion Evo. I do need to point out that she is using the Gris skin for that Scorpion Evo. It's a fantastic weapon skin. I love it so much. Have you seen it yet? The Gris skin?
No, I actually have not.
Was a free weapon skin. It was a free weapon skin that is available to anybody that is available to anybody that logs into their Uplay within the next, I believe it's up until tonight, I believe.
Okay, so I still got time to grab it.
Yes. Apologies in advance, guys. So again, it looks like we're doing a fairly stereotypical push so far from the south side over through across Art Studio and potentially going to be taking through Astro, I believe that might be, with Marie, looking for any roamers. Doing a fantastic job so far as that Jackal. How are you feeling about this?
Yeah, everybody's everywhere right now, so it seems to me like, oh. And I believe that is Little Devil that was down by Foxtail. So they've lost Little Devil. Oh, QT taking down Asia. Oh, and QT going down herself by Foxtail. Foxtail is really, really I don't know what the word is for it, but playing really good.
She is very aggressive right now. She's been a proper gunner, I believe would be the technical term for that. She's been a gunner right now with that Twitch and that F2. It's so easy to just pop off and get kill after kill after kill with that F2. It's got the highest rate of fire in-game, and it is a machine in the hands of a very capable player. Luna Lee now getting spotted out by that Jackal Tracker. Or as I believe a lot of people like to call it, the Trackle Jackal. As Kartinker picks up kill onto Day as one of their more influential players down. Is not looking too good for a tunnel right now. Bandit holding onto the doorway. Spawn out the Jackal, but it's not going to be enough as she gets taken down. As Foxtail and Kartinker finish up in return. That's Ravity as the last kill there. Just watch this collapse take place. Or don't. Or don't. As we are, unfortunately having a...
Yeah. But that was absolute, just a bloodbath at the end there.
This is fantastic. Professional content, ladies and gentlemen. As we are now moving into round number 6. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Eternal have to play with when they swap over to attack. So far we have been seeing them doing incredibly well on defense. I want to see what they're capable of on attack. I would love that.
Yeah, and it would be interesting to see as well the same way Traktori going on defense, because from what I had seen, their defense was quite strong yesterday.
Now, I've got a question for you. This is very important. Where do you stand on this? Rook or Doc?
I Rook.
Why?
Christmas sweaters.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's mostly I would prefer Doc, but I play a lot more with Rook because that was one of the first operators I played with.
Okay.
I got as a defender, so I play a lot more with Rook. I like to roam with him. But Doc I've started to play, which is a lot more useful because you do have that extra HP that you can give to anybody, which is really, really useful.
No, I do have to admit there's two reasons why I generally play Doc. One is the fact he's very situational compared to Rook, where you just put the armor pack down and you support your team. Like 30% armor, I believe it's 40% damage reduction with those Rook armor plates compared to the Stim Pistol, which I feel is generally a lot more valuable. But also, I do like to spawn peek. I'm a very sweaty tryhard when it comes to ranked or unranked. I do like spawn peeking absolutely every single window in existence. Also the fact that I do have the Doc Invitational skin and it's kind of cute. So, you know. Marie getting a first entry kill onto a Little Devil. I wonder if that was a spawn peek that went wrong. I do hope that it wasn't, considering she is a Frost.
I think it was.
And a rapid entry by Asher into the building, going through the basement.
This time I think they aren't going slow. I think they're feeling a little more confident.
I do love the bravado coming in by Asher.
Yeah, Asya is fearless. And so is Marie's a little more careful.
So now pushing up through Red Staircase, we've got two operators stacked up. Potentially got to get an early entry onto the Legion. However, this might be a crossfire coming out by Marie. She might get crossfired in between the Legion and the Rook. Potentially. Depends what the Legion is going to be trying to do here. Holding on to Red Staircase. Is she going to peek around? She barely misses Jackal. However, there is that IQ on the staircase. Rook now going to be picking up that fight. Ravity going down to the IQ. Asher picking up that second kill of the round. Rook getting spotted and downed. Is going to get confirmed by Marie with the knife in the stab in the back.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the confidence now with Traktori.
Yeah, I mean, Fury got a lot of work ahead of her here. She definitely needs to try and pick up some frags there. Spawn out, Asher takes her down. However, there is a Jackal right behind her coming in through trophy entrance. That's going to finish things up. Round number 6 in the capable hands of Traktori. You do see those Capcan EDDs doing a lot of work there.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's because they really love to just go in real fast, just like that last round. That's their style, and sometimes it works out. Sometimes they die right at the start.
Now we are seeing a Maestro being brought out by Alvin. interesting. That's going to be the first time we have seen a Maestro.
Oh, Alvine is amazing on Maestro. Alvine knows how to use those black eyes like there's no tomorrow. So it is. I can see Alvine picking out Maestro.
So I do believe that Alvine will be the first player to pick Maestro on this stream specifically. We didn't see. Now, bearing in mind with Endpoint, they have a Maestro main who didn't pick Maestro at all, and I was so disappointed by that. Like, I was fully expecting that. You know, I called it out as being very analytical, being like, hey, so guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see a Maestro being played here. And we didn't. We saw a mute instead. But anyway, that's water under the bridge. We are now going to be seeing our very first Maestro being played, as well as a Caveira. Interesting. I want to see...
That is actually new. I haven't seen a Cav yet. I haven't seen her.
We got to see
yesterday.
one. We got to see one Caveira by Panda from Endpoint yesterday. She didn't get an interrogation. I was very disappointed by that. However, potentially, we may see one coming up soon. I really hope we do. I love Caveira interrogations. I think it's such a force multiplier. And not only that, it's a psychological factor. Everyone is terrified of being that person that gets interrogated. No one wants to give that call out, oh guys, I'm getting interrogated. No one wants to be that person. So hopefully
that feeling when you interrogate too, you feel it. You feel it. You know that you're interrogating the person and revealing all. I
gotta admit, I don't play Caveira because I get too scared. I generally play other operators. I play thicker operators, such as a Doc, for example. I don't know, Doc just makes me feel like warm and cozy inside. You know what I mean? Whereas Caveira, I just get really scared playing her because she's a 3-speed. She doesn't have a lot of, you know, kind of, armor. It's very easy to get lit up very quickly. Ravity opening up, study, balcony. Wonder what they're going to be trying to do here. I'd imagine they're probably going to go for a stereotypical study take. Definitely looks like that's what they're stacking up to do. We do have Foxtail inside of study. Getting that Dokkaebi call, grandmother calling in. Hey, Marie gets first kill onto level Delve. That is the Jackal down. That's a very unfortunate thing to be in, as those X-Caras are getting taken down by Foxtail. Fantastic use of utility to counter that gadget. Now look, there are two people outside of that main doorway. Foxtail's position now getting called out by the Dokkaebi call. And there's somebody on the left-hand side of the doorway. Spots him out. However, Dede barely able to survive with her life. Both players very tagged up in that engagement. Lunally crossing over, potentially call out not coming in. There is a person right over by the doorway, over by the thingy, but you get over there. It's a fantastic call out right there. And Lunally again, avoiding getting shot in the back. Kartinker picking up a kill onto Ravity. That is their Habana down as well. This is a rough situation to be in. However, it does look like they are stacking up on balcony. Potentially going to go for this study take here. One person in, over in master bedroom, watching the window. You need to have a flank drone over there to make sure people can't peek out that window. I'm not quite sure who that would have been. I would imagine it'd probably be
it would have probably
Maestro.
been Asya.
You think so?
I think.
No, Asya's over on red staircase.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been the Maestro, because Maestro should never be offside. 50 seconds remaining, and then another kill going over to Marie. Pushing up main staircase, Gooman goes out, not going to be enough, as the Bandit is next to fall to Fury. AR-33 doing a lot of damage right now, as one of the last attackers is down. Fury now needs to make a decision. Is she going to push side, or is she going to go get her teammate up? Not quite sure. Kartinker holding on to red stairs even, so I call it yellow. Jeez, I need to check my eyesight. 25 seconds remaining here. They need to make this move. They are running out of time. What are they going to do here?
Oh, and Traktori winning that round with Kartinka taking down QT.
Bit of an interesting one there.
Played really well.
Yeah. You do have to commend her there. She had a tough time ahead of her. You know, there wasn't too much she could have done there. She had two options. She could either A, push site alone, which is what she ended up doing, or B, she could try and revive her teammate now. The problem with that is not only is that a risk, because you're then exposing yourself to the enemy where they already know where you are, and B, you're running out of time. You know, so
time.
Ash being brought out by Little Devil. Are we going to see a repeat of the first time Ash was played, or are we going to see a bit more of passive, more careful Ash, do you think?
I haven't seen Eternal play Ashe before, so I don't know. So you're gonna have to tell me how the Ashe is played.
As far as I'm aware, we haven't seen Little Devil play Ashe. From what I can remember, I'm not gonna lie, I've got the memory of an old grandpa, so I'm probably not really the best to talk about that kind of thing. I would imagine she's probably gonna play a little more passively, and hopefully with a lot more team cohesion. You know, generally speaking, you do want to have your entry fraggers walking together. You have, you know, if you push in with 2 entry fraggers, so for example, you have a Jackal going first, followed up by, like, a Zofia, right, for example. So that means even if the Jackal dies, the Zofia's right behind and is able to finish off the kill, get the refrag. So instead of it being a free kill for the defenders, you get that refrag, you get that punishment back, and it evens things up.
So we can see that Kartinka, I think, really wants to get those jobs. I want to see what Foxtail will do with Legion. Legion is actually one of the operators that I mainly pick or love picking. So
I have to admit, I'm one of those people. I don't want to see a change for a Legion, mostly because I play him, and I'm very happy with him, and I don't want him. I don't want him to change. I think there's a lot of talk about balancing operators nowadays. I just don't think it's necessary.
it's not. Legion is Legion's really good just for, especially for the detection, and also, of course, just in general, the goo mines, they do, you know, if enemy's really low HP, they'll die.
Marie picking up the first kill onto Devil again. I believe she has been getting the entry frag or the entry kill of the round. Majority of the games, or majority of the rounds so far today, that is the Ashe down. It appears she is following the example set by Traktori. That's not a good example to be set there. Ashe are missing out on that drone. However, drone economy going strong for Traktori. Pushing in through study, pushing red staircase, or correction, main staircase, taking down Asher. This is why you need to move. If you get droned out, you have two options. You either sit there and you hold that angle and you play aggressive, or you rotate out. You can't just sit there and hide in an area that's just been droned out. That's not going to work out for you. Unfortunately for the Jaeger.
I think it was more of confidence than moving. I think it was more of, you know what, they see me, come get me.
I mean, I'll be frank, if you're wanting to hold your position, you get your gun up and you keep it trained on that doorway. You don't just sit there in that position, specifically in that angle. You don't just sit there. Like, speaking of sitting in that position, Mozzie going down to die as Kartinka, yeah, it's slowly running away from Traktori here. I mean, Eternal did lose one of their primary entry fraggers. However, they are more than making up for it so far here. Slow push through Night Hallway and Aviator into Red Landing. 1 minute 5 on the clock. They're getting spots out as Marie picks up another kill. However, Lunally does refrag that. That is the bandit down off the board now. Legion peeking in through bathroom. Potentially got to go for this wide peek out as Maestro again played aggressive. Not going to walk out as Lunally, bare minimum of health, is going to get pushed by the Legion. He's going to lose out on that engagement. Starting to run away from the defenders right now, but it's still definitely manageable. 40 seconds left. Plans going down by Dai. QT Fury having to cover this.
Foxtail is... Oh, and Eternal winning the round. QT downing Foxtail.
Now, I do like that. Very aggressive push right there by QT Fury, planting deep inside of the objective, behind the reinforced wall, forcing the Legion to then try and push to the rotate, try and cover that as best as she could. Fury's covering that. She's got the crossfire and the angle. Fantastic teamwork there by Traktori. But more importantly, fantastic teamwork by Eternal. Alright, that was really good communication between all of them, all of the players involved. We are seeing a thinker being brought out by Little Devil.
Yeah, and I do see Foxtail bringing out that Valkyrie that she had in previous matches too. But Alvine still sticking to that Maestro. Alvine really is... Alvine gave Endpoint quite a bit of a hard time with the black eye.
Now, Valkyrie, fantastic operator. Like, look at the sheer amount of intel available to the defenders at this stage. We've got the Valkyrie, we've got the Legion, we've got the Maestro. That's a lot to work with. You've got those Evil Eyes, you've got the Goo Mines, you've got the Black Eye cameras, as you've mentioned.
You got Asya on Jaeger. Yassi is always on Jaeger. She likes to run. She likes to kill. She likes to. I don't know. She's been one of the players in the tournament that stood out for me because of the way that she plays.
I think there's quite a few standout players of this game, at least, and even a part of these two teams. Oh boy, Alvine, you seem to be missing your ACOG on your Alda.
Maybe that was intentional.
Yeah, sure. Interesting. So yes, Alda are being played with the ACOG, which means that Traktori do not have any ACOGs on their lineup at all. They are all using collimator optics, so that's like red dot sights, reflex sights, etc, etc.
Yeah, to be fair, I have before seen that, like for example, I'll have Bandit with no scope at all, or I'll prefer it that way. So I don't know. It could be just a personal preference.
I mean, Bandit has one of the best iron sights in game, the MP7. It's absolutely fantastic. I personally run without the optic. Jaeger getting spotted out there by that drone. Again, slow drone work coming out by Thermite and the Thatcher combo. Spotting out that the Jaeger has rotated back into Games Room and Aviator correction. It's Valkyrie hiding inside the bathtub. Who doesn't love the bathtub strat? It always works out. Thinker pushing in slowly but surely through the kitchen, down into Art Gallery, spotting out the Bandit. However, Bandit spots her first, takes her head off with a passion. Valkyrie still in the bathtub. Slow push now coming in through Study, I believe. Yeah, Thatcher taking point with Thermite close behind for that refrag. Missing shots for the L33, having to reload. Got a smaller magazine capacity than the LA5A2, but higher rate of fire. Jaeger holding the doorway from close. Should be able to win out this engagement here. Thatcher, not quite sure what he wants to do here. Thatcher taking her time.
I think Thatcher wants to enter? Or no? Yes? No?
Jaeger gonna peek that out, and that's not the right move there.
QT taking down Asia. Asia just wasn't patient anymore.
Alvine holding the doorway and the window jumping with that Alder headshot going out. Lunar Lee, good night. Got 55 seconds remaining on the round. Fairly even score right now. Eternal slight disadvantage with the players, or with the player count, I should say, correction. And they are slowly making this Study push, or correction, 90 push even. Bandit still on the flank right now. This could be a disadvantage. Marie getting the call out, potentially somebody rotating through Study. Gonna hold the doorway there. Should win this engagement out. Takes down the Thatcher. C4 blown up. Doesn't land a hit. However, I imagine it was probably pre-placed somewhere close to the site. Flanker in coming in behind Day. Takes her down. Leaving it all up to Gravity. Currently inside master bedroom. All by her lonesome. Trying to rotate around. Spawn out. Looking for the Valkyrie. Ever's not going to be enough. And the Deagle comes out. Taking her down. Very unfortunate for Gravity leaving it. Right there.
Yeah, that was Foxtail just like... I think both were kind of not expecting it. But Foxtail was faster. So I'm excited. Is Asia gonna go Jaeger again? Yes, Asia is gonna go Jaeger. And Marie on that Bandit once again. And it seems like for the attack lineup, they're going with a Ying and a Hibana this time. Yeah. Or no, Maverick.
I mean, yeah, we definitely have seen Ying being brought out previously by Little Devil. Should doing fairly well on it. I believe that was on Cafe against Endpoint. Haven't seen Hibana being played by Rav. Actually, correction, no, I have. She played Hibana quite a fair bit, and she's even been playing it today, hasn't she? In this game, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, she did in earlier rounds. So I'm excited to see is Traktori They're going with the exact same operators that they had previously, so they are definitely, they're very confident in what they're doing. So it's gonna be exciting to see whether that confidence, is warranted or it's just gonna be their downfall.
Yeah, I mean, currently match point for Traktori. They've got a lot of room to work with. 3 rounds down with Eternal. That's going to be tough to come back from, especially when you're attacking onto Villa on a generally referred to it as a primary site with Aviator Games Room. It's a very popular site due to the amount of versatility available to it. You can play below, you can play in... You can... Oh, run out, coming out by the Jaeger, takes down the Young. However, the Thermite unable to refrag that, almost close to a second death coming out here. Asher peeking out again, looking, sees the person, unable to get a land on the shot there. As the Thermite also goes down.
He does it again.
You do not want to use your Thermite like that. You've lost half of your hard breach potential on a site that really needs hard breach.
Yeah, that's very true. They gathered up too much on the same spot. When they saw that run out, they should have gone to the other side, knowing that it was going to happen again.
Fury equalizing things a little bit there as she does take out the Valkyrie C4 off the board now. However,
all right, so right now we can see that so we have Alvine. This time Alvine has decided to go not Maestro and Legion instead. So Alvine's just kind of, I think, staying on site, looking around, seeing where the enemies are coming from with the goo mines. So let's see if that will help out as compared to my... Oh, and Luna getting downed by Marie. So Luna falling there to Marie. Marie knows there's somebody there. So she definitely has an idea that there's somebody there, but I don't think she knows that they have moved now. But they are aware that somebody is right outside that window. QT Fury is just sneaking up those stairs. Well, now down those stairs. Droning in, very good choice. But there is just under a minute left. So right now Eternal needs to either kill or plant. They need to decide what they are going to do right now. And it doesn't look like... I'm not sure if they are going to be able to come back from this, but I will like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, 30 seconds remaining. They do have diffuser, but it's outside of the site. They need to try making this execute here, but they do not have a lot of time remaining. Slow stack up outside of Red Landing. Alvine on the hallway. That should be able to push them when they try and go for this plan here. I don't know whether they're going to make it into the site. Constant pings coming out. Legion flanking behind. There's one operator left in the Habana. Peeking around. Surrounded on all sides right now. And Marie will get that final kill onto Rafty. That's round 10.
That was a double kill right at the end for Marie for Traktori.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was game over as that Legion turned the corner. Anyway, good half for Traktori. They win out that round, and I do believe we will be having a quick break in
Foxtail getting that MVP. Well deserved, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at that spread. Specifically, 12 kills, 15 kills for the blue team. Now, I do believe we are going to have a quick break for a few minutes. Welcome back to Rainbow6Female. My name is Fraser, and I am joined again by the wonderful Engineer Bunny. How you doing? Welcome in.
I'm doing good, just as earlier. How you doing today, Fraser?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing? So we've had a fantastic stream so far. I've thoroughly enjoyed the first game, which was Traktori versus Eternal. It's the first map on Villa. That was a pretty Traktori dominated game, to be fair. I think nobody would judge us for saying that. However, both teams did exceedingly well. What were your initial thoughts on that?
Well, See, I told you I already have seen Traktori play, so I knew about the whole Asya. I knew about Alvine, Marie, Foxtail, but Eternal I hadn't seen before. But QT in Eternal and then Lil Devil, they really stood out, and when it came down to it, they would just get, kills and kills. So this is a different map, completely different map. So I don't know how Eternal will play on this map. But it's going to be interesting to see.
Now, I'm looking forward to this next game. I believe we are going to Border second. You can correct me here. I believe it is Border second.
It's Border.
Okay. Border second, Eternal on defense, and Traktori on attack. I am looking forward to this. We haven't seen Border so far with Eternal. However, I believe Traktori have played one game. I'm really looking forward to this. Do you have any initial expectations here? What can we expect from this?
Traktori doing what they do, just I don't know, running around.
Gun. Okay, I like this.
Just I that's all I could say. Running over everybody with a tractor.
Like a tractor. Okay. So if we ever get any fan art of this tournament, please can we please have Traktori in a tractor? Thank you.
For reals,
For
yeah.
real.
I think that's what Traktori. I'm not sure what Traktori means, but I'm assuming with the tractor picture that it's.
If Traktori win this tournament, I'm gonna change my Twitter icon, my Twitter avatar or profile picture, over to a tractor for a week.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do the same.
All right. If Traktori win this, if they win against Endpoint, I will change my avatar art and my icon and all of that over to a tractor for a week. I want to see them win this. I think they have a lot of potential here. As do Eternal. I think they are a fantastic team. I think both teams have the ability and the potential to win this out. I think it's just a question of which team comes out on top. I think it's a question of which team is going to win this one next. Now, I believe we are going to be starting up with our next game here. We are starting on Border. As we mentioned, Traktori on defense, Eternal on attack. Interesting. Am I confused by that? I'm a little bit confused by that.
Wait, what are you confused by?
Is Traktori actually an attack?
No, Traktori's defending, but they're banning an attacker right now.
I'm very silly.
And they banned Thatcher.
So Thatcher ban coming right now, like, I'm looking at this and wait a minute, didn't I just say the exact opposite? I'm looking at the team names, and I'm like, so yeah, Thatcher ban coming out first. Okay, that's a pretty interesting ban. Thatcher's always going to be viable. Specifically for upstairs, it's going to make it a lot easier taking sites or sites such as Armory. Armory lockers is going to be a lot easier to open up that Armory wall. First off, curious to see what they're going to do instead of that, whether they're going to bring like,
Eternal banning Jackal. They suffered on the hands of Jackal when Marie was on Jackal, so them banning Jackal is definitely favors them.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite an interesting one, especially on Border. You don't see that one coming out as often. Maestro ban coming out, getting rid of those evil eyes, definitely going to do a lot of work for the attackers. It's going to make it a lot easier to begin that attack execute without necessarily needing to worry about the additional plant denial ability of a Maestro evil eye. Mira coming out as the last ban, fairly expected to be fair. I don't think either of these teams would want to play against one of them. However, we'll see what happens.
I definitely couldn't play against either of them.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm liking this lineup so far. I think that this makes a lot of sense. Habana, Thermite both coming out here. We do have two forms of Harbor Reach, and we also have no real way to counter the bandit on the wall, minus the Zofia. So presumably what we're going to see here with this, usually you'd bring a Thatcher for this, but we don't have one, so you might bring a Twitch.
Or a Twitch.
Or you'd play a Buck underneath, and you'd play underneath in the main entrance or in vents. You'd open up the floor underneath, push him away from the wall, Zofia, Lifeline it, or Ash Charge it, so on and so forth.
Oh,
Swap
they
out the
went for
Habana
the
over
Twitch.
to a Twitch.
That's smart. They need that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a guess and say that they are gonna be upstairs, armory lockers first. It's generally considered to be the primary site here. Yeah, it does look like it. We are gonna go upstairs first. Fairly standard Bo3 cams so far. Nothing too much of a surprise here. I want to know what their plan is to deal with the bandit. I would hope that they're gonna use a Zofia underneath. They definitely need to do that. If they're planning on doing it with the Twitch drone, that's... The problem with using a Twitch specifically for the bandit tricking is that generally speaking you'll have somebody watching that doorway to make sure they don't do that.
Unless
usually,
they do Traktori style where everyone is running around and just bandit is there, then yes, you might.
So generally speaking you'd have somebody behind the half wall, somebody needs to reinforce that wall I believe. Are they going to impact it?
No, they pinged it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what the ping was
I'm
for.
thinking they're either... The reason why I'm thinking that they might impact it, which would be incredibly interesting, would be because the person coming over to it was the Legion, who does have the impact grenades. Marie on east staircases right now. She's got to go for a run out here. Oh, this is cheeky.
This is very Traktori.
So, alright, just one thing to mention here. Anybody watching this? That's the bandit on each staircase before bandit batteries. Claymore being set by the Zofia to hopefully counter any run out. Bandit has 4 bandit batteries in her. Double push coming out here. C4 potentially going to rip out and potentially try and get a kill onto Thermite. However, it's not going to land. And Jaeger is already very low health. Bandit hasn't used any of her bandit batteries, and she's not going to be, as Dede gets the first kill of the game. Asher picking up another onto Fury, whilst Ravity picks up Aria.
Asia dying with the
Claymore set by Zofia on the staircase.
Yeah.
So, okay, armory wall is entirely soft.
And Eternals kind of figured out Traktori does that, so they took measures to kind of
I have a question. Why is armory wall soft?
Why is it more soft?
No, why is armory wall soft? Oh, it isn't. Okay, it's reinforced. Thank God. I was looking at that. I was looking at that and I was going, no, that can't be right, can it? So that kind of worried me for a minute, since the bandit didn't put the bandit batteries down, which is their primary job. Secondary would be, you know, haunting out with C4. Ying can delvering into office now, it looks like. Probably going to make an office push. Likely going to be a B push in total. That does make sense. They could open up the armory wall, however, one person hiding inside of office takes down the Ying. She is down, not confirmed, however. Might be risky to take her down. Dede getting a kill onto Tinker, and now this is troublesome for Fox, as she is caught in office right now. Finally confirms the kill onto the Ying, however, she is pinched. Zofia on the window, how to come in, and capped out on the doorway.
So Eternal is really doing well on attack here. We only got Legion left, so Alvine is either gonna pull off a miracle or Eternal is gonna... I mean, they only got like 15 seconds left.
15
so
seconds
they
left.
need
They're gonna have to do a metal push and a B push. They're gonna have to go plant and B, which looks like it's gonna be happening. However, I do imagine you'll probably get killed from metal. No. Alvine managed to secure a kill onto Lunar as the plant starts to go down. She does have those 2 impact grenades, can open the wall house. However, she's not gonna do that. She's gonna peek around and get killed off by the Zofia holding the doorway. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, that was really their only solution, was to go ahead and plant and cover from all sides.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly would have expected that they would try and open up either armory wall or office wall. That's arguably, that's the general style of attack here, and it does look like we are having a wee bit of technical difficulties as per usual. However, we'll make do with it. A similar lineup being brought out again, going to the same bomb site with the same rough lineup. Now, Echo is unbanned here, which means Tinker is able to play him or her, I should say. How do you feel about Echo in play?
Well, I've seen them play Echo before, actually, and they do keep their Echo safe to prevent any planting. So that could be why they're doing it, because they know about the plant, because of the plant in the previous round. So that's probably why they've gotten the Echo out here.
I know I keep going on about it, but I really do want to see the Bandit actually use her gadget. I think that'd be fantastic.
Who?
Bandit. Marie.
Bandit. Yeah, Marie.
If you're not putting your gadget down, why are you playing the operator? Like, are you playing the operator for the MP7? Yeah, I mean, are you playing it for the MP7 or are you playing it for the Ultra?
I mean, at least putting those gadgets down, whether or not you're planning on using them, is always a little bit of an advantage. So it's better to put them up than just holding on to
it's simply one of those. It's like, it looks like she is now actually doing that. Yeah, she's putting the bandit batteries down on the wall. It doesn't appear to be bandit triggering it. She's just going to be putting them down and pushing back away. Potentially going to be holding over by east stairs again. Nice adaptation there that she has put her gadget down this time. That's always nice to see. I would expect that she's probably going to go play over by east stairs again. And again, a coordinated spawn over in Valley. Looks like two people pushing down towards detention potentially. And up east stairs. I do kind of want to see a CC take here coming in by the attackers. However, let's see what's going to happen here.
They are definitely spreading out. They do know about the run outs. Bandit did just try that run out right there. So I think they're being very careful for that. They're watching out for that. So Traktori might need to just, you know, hold off a bit. I mean, if they get caught in that Claymore once again.
Yeah, so it does look like, is the bandit? Yeah, the bandit's bandit tricking, I believe. It's incredibly hard to see right now, but I do believe the bandit is bandit tricking, which would be fantastic to see that pay out. Especially if the Thermite loses one or even two of those extra Thermite charges. Now, bearing in mind, Eternal, they don't really have any way of dealing with the bandit, minus those lifelines, potentially even the Capitão's fixate bolts through the doorway. Even then, that's not very effective with the asphyxiating bolts. It only really pushes the bandit away from the wall rather than actually getting rid of the bandit batteries.
Yeah, so they, like you said, they don't have any way, so Bandit doesn't need to be there, so.
Yeah.
But what Bandit does need to... Oh, I thought there was going to be a kill right there.
Bandit now caught in between sandwich inside of office right now. The window's open, there's two people outside of it, and there's two outside of the breach jumping over towards the window. Is she potentially going to go for a jump out of that window with the bandit? Sees a murder hole, pre-firing it, does down and kill off Foxtail. That is the Bo3 down, and a C4 already expended. So to be fair, not too much of a waste. However, Little Devil picking up Marina. Significant advantage towards Eternal. You got rotating out through east stairway, trying to run away, but it's not going to be too effective as the Capitão has an M249, takes her down little to no difficulty. Office control securely in Eternal's favour. B wall's now open. Looks like they are going to go for a B plant in a second. Zofia jumping in, potentially going to go for a plant. Pulling out the Gooman at the wrong second. Coming off the ADS, and the Legion is able to get that kill. Rav's going for the plant as the Legion's down. Not confirmed to kill, however, as the last kill comes in today, Dave.
Eternal's really doing well on attack right now. Traktori, I think, needs to just kind of slow down and rethink their strategies.
I like that push. That was a lot more regimented and a lot more organized. They knew what they wanted to do. That was a very standard office push. I think they did very well there. They didn't bother taking CC, which is an interesting thing to note there. They so far, Eternal haven't even looked at Armory Wall. They haven't even looked at CC. They haven't even looked at Break Room. They've just purely focused on the Never Eat Shredded Wheat, the southwest corner of the map. I'm not good at geography.
It seems like, so they are switching it up. If you notice, they're going with a cap can, smoke, frost. They pulled out that Legion. They pulled out, you know, having Oh well, Valk was banned, right?
Valkyrie was banned, I believe, in the last map.
Okay, yeah. But they they definitely changed things up right now. I think
Actually,
they
no,
know Traktori
Bo3
knows.
wasn't banned out. That was Mira and Echo, I believe.
Okay, so yeah, they didn't bring
I think
in
only one of the teams played Valkyrie last game, and I believe that was Foxtail playing it.
Traktori.
Was
Yeah,
it? Yeah, it was. I believe it was Foxtail playing Valkyrie, from what I can remember. So moving over downstairs now. Decided not to go for Armory again. Okay, I'm curious to see whether they're going to attempt to try and do an upstairs hold or whether they are going to be holding downstairs. We do see the fluffy headgear on Smoke. Nice little... How do you feel about the Rainbow's Magic uniforms?
I love them. I have all of them.
Yeah, same.
I had to. I was, despite being broke, I bought all of them. I had to. There is no excuse.
I remember having to explain to my sister why I spent close to £40 on what is essentially fluffy outfits for a video game. Yeah,
those were one of the best though.
It looks like Marie going for the same run out again. It's not really going to work out though. Oh, it is! It's going to work out. Captain, what are you doing? She's done it for the last 3 rounds. Picks up a kill into the Capitale whilst she was putting down a Claymore. Very unlucky and a very early pick and advantage towards Traktori. Not only have they lost that Claymore, but also the asphyxiating bolts, smoke bolts, and even, you know, the M249.
Yeah, I think they kind of, that's why they switched around their defense operators. They knew that they had to make some sort of a change. So I'm looking for a comeback from Traktori right now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, I think that this has been a slower start, but admittedly, so was last map. As Marie picks up a second kill onto Fury, and a third kill onto Little Devil. She is on fire right now, but that fire is extinguished by Ravity. It's Marie down. However, she did a lot of damage towards the tunnel, leaving it in just a 4v2, 4v1 situation. Dockerby all that left, as Ravity, the IQ, goes down. It's all up to Dockerby right now. Crawling about upstairs with that C75, taking around, sees the frost, gets a kill. Gonna rotate up, default cam's still up. It is still up, you didn't shoot it out just yet. Focusing on the Jaeger, that's not gonna be enough. Takes her down. Fantastic.
I think there was a little bit of panic there because of being the last one, but that was definitely a good try from Dokkaebi. But yeah, it was good to see Traktori come back finally.
Marie doing a lot of work so far for her team with the Bandit. I'm liking this. I called her out initially for the lack of gadget use. However, she's definitely, you know, paying it back with frags, and that's incredibly admirable. I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, she chooses Bandit, Asya goes for Jaeger, and they just go kill. That's what I've noticed.
Did you ever play this game back when Bandit and Jaeger had the ACOG on their MP7 and 416C?
No, I think I played right after it was taken away, so it was just
You missed out. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a reason they got taken out, but they were fun. Alright, provided you weren't the one getting spawn peaked, they were a lot of fun. 6-bit coming out from Legion over to a Capcan, Trap Operator to a Trap Operator. And
well, the Capcan did work out for them better than the Legion in defense, so I can see that.
I mean, I think both operators are very valuable, and you know they do a lot of work, especially considering the team that they're playing against has been having a little bit of issue with droning and a little bit of difficulty, I should say, with drone work. I think that it's entirely plausible that a lot of these Capcan EBBs aren't going to be spotted out by the drone, but at least they're not going to be called out.
So we have Marie now just kind of, I think, looking for an opening to kill, like just jumping around. Very Marie.
I'll admit, I would like to see, so it looks like they're going to put the bandit batteries in and then they're going to rely on the Kayed to CAD trick that. I do hope that we are going to see an upstairs hold within CC and break room. I think that would be a good move by Traktori. I think only time will tell whether we are actually doing that.
Yeah, it's unpredictable for me. both teams are just, you know, they either fall or they kill. You can never tell.
No.
Oh,
She jumped out a sandwich window. Straight down into vents. That is a Nomad dead. All of the air jabs lost to the attackers, as well as the diffuser being left outside. And look at Bandit, fully prepared. This is why you shoot out default cameras, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this IQ, potentially going to do the same thing. Camera's still up. And she's going to do it again. Jumping out the window, looking the wrong direction. Claymore goes down. Is Marie going to shoot it? She does. Lands back in the bird. And that is another kill for the defenders. Foxtail following up.
That's what I was talking about.
Ash here whiffing some shots there onto the Twitch and the Thermite. However, Thermite responds in kind, takes her head off. Unable to secure kill onto Frost just yet. Very low health as the Twitch pushes in, trying to play aggressive here, trying to maintain this momentum that's been caused by the defenders.
I mean, Marie already took out quite a few beforehand, so they're, you know, they're at a disadvantage with numbers right now. And then they got Thermite with really,
Capcan.
Such. Oh, and Foxtail getting down by Day Day. So now it kind of is, I think, pretty even on both sides. It's just that Thermite's HP, but then Capcan's got low HP as well.
Day Day finally getting picked up by Alvin.
Yeah, yeah. So Luna left once again with under 45 seconds left on the clock. She does not have the diffuser either.
Now it's important to remember that the default cam is still up, I believe. It might actually be shot now, but it has been up for at least half the round. That's how she managed to get 2 kills with Marie. Cap kind of hearing the noise from the Twitch jumping in the window. Would have been very loud and
why
very
did
visible.
why did she not grab the diffuser?
She's probably trying to go for the frag at this point, I expect. I think she's giving up.
Yeah. It's, I mean, 10 seconds. Oh. And
Very
Alvine
unfortunate there.
taking
Luna
down
Lee
Luna.
falling to the Capcan over inside of server. I mean, yeah, that's a strong angle to be held there. I would have expected that the Twitch would have wanted to pick up that diffuser when she pushed over there. I feel like that attack honestly kind of got blunted fairly quickly as soon as that Nomad died. As soon as the Nomad died, they lost all momentum. They tried to regain it, but it just wasn't really enough. Now, we're seeing, again, similar lineup being brought out by Traktori so far. I mean, Traktori are doing incredibly well here.
Yeah, they're really good with defense. And then it wasn't just the Nomad. It was also the Nomad and then the Q. And then after that, I think they kind of were like, okay, so this is how it's going to be.
So we are seeing smoke coming out again. I believe that will likely be with the FMG9 SMG11 combo rather than the ICS shotgun, which a lot of people do favour. Foxtail, however, feels very confident with the SMG. I'm liking the lineups brought by both teams. I hope Fury is going to bring some of that aggression that comes from her namesake. And, you know, hopefully we're going to see an Ash push and an Ash rush. I mean, it's well known saying for a lot of Rainbow Six Siege players, if you're an Ash main, you are all aim, no brain. We definitely need to see some more aggression, some more power projection by the Ash.
That is the first time I've heard that, but that is so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, a similar setup so far by Traktori. I like what they've been doing so far. I think definitely judging by Eternal's attack strats so far, it doesn't seem like they care too much about Armory, which is interesting. A lot of teams would tend to favour either A, going for a stereotypical CC push and then take Armory wall, go for plant, and half wall or by the wall itself, or they'll go for a B plant where they will basically clear office, cliff mountain, open up B wall, like close up on the Gravity getting another death to Marie. What is going on here?
It was a spawn peek. It was a spawn peek. Asia is right there trying to run out as well.
I'm trying to figure out how they have as far as I'm aware, there's only been 2 rounds where Marie hasn't had a kill. She could pre-fire that. Come on. Thank you. Arcia going down to the Zofia's pre-fire. Drone war coming out. Very nice work by her. Very unfortunate for the Jaeger to be holding there in a similar position. Like, surely the attacker should know that there's likely going to be a defender over by East Stairs. Night Hallway and solid control of the bandit for now. C4 about to be tossed out potentially. Waiting for the Oreo Q of somebody on the staircases. Hearing it now. C4 goes down. And it blows up, taking down Fury. That is Yash down. No aggression held. Nomad going up onto vent window. AC window. It's got full health. Hasn't been spawn peeked here. Hasn't been jumped out on just yet. She's going to try and open up B window and potentially try and get a kill or 2 here from this position. 4v3 situation right now. 1 minute 40 on the clock. Hackers need to make this move. They need to start pushing towards office if they want to take that B wall. Spots down, going down as Alvine finishes off Little Devil. Zofia
they are really lacking those numbers right now on their team.
I don't know how to feel about this. Bandit slowly peeking across, hearing the breach going down and hearing somebody on his close, or correction, on her close left. However, Luna is her first, spots her first, takes her down. No more getting a kill on to Marie. That's one of the main fraggers down for town. Her Tinker does have the holographic instead of the ACOG on that TC SG12.
That really bothers you, doesn't it? That they don't have.
It's just such a shift in dynamic. Like, I mean, generally speaking, from the EU mentality, most people prefer having the ACOG, especially when you consider, look at the defender lineup. Like, you've got the bandit, you've got the smoke, you've got the legion, etc. All of these operators have holographics, so you need to have something that can contest long range. That would generally be a maestro or a dog. It's not necessarily that it bothers me, it's just simply such a change in pace from what we should be used to within the EU dynamic. The fact that I just think it's interesting more than anything. It's something that I think like it's a
preference of play, but as you can see, they're doing quite well despite not having those ACOGs.
Yeah,
Foxtail downing D.
Literally picking up another onto her Tinker. I like this, but it's just not going to be enough for Eternal. They're going to have to push into goo mines, into gas, or into smoke even. That's just not going to work.
They ran out of time. Time just was not on their side. Luna goes in a little slow. I think if Luna went in a little faster with her teammates, I think it might improve the situation a little bit. Because it seems like Luna is always the last one standing.
I mean, it is fair to say that Luna is the sub. She is a replacement player for Eternal. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to play. She wasn't able to play yesterday, or correction, she wasn't needed to play yesterday. However, you know, I would definitely like to see a little bit more aggression. I played in a unranked game yesterday, and I ended up getting random teamed with her. She was doing fairly well. We played Oregon. It was quite fun. But I definitely need to see more aggression from Luna at this point. I definitely think they're lacking that just a wee bit. 6-bit coming out from the bandit over to the Vigil. Nice adaptation from Marie. I mean, she's doing a lot of work with the MP7. Potentially she's going to do a little bit more with the K1A.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see, especially since Bandit is what she's been used to, but she wants to go for that Vigil. So I think she wants to sneak around and get the kills.
I mean, yeah, she's definitely been playing a lot off-site, so I think that a Vigil will definitely benefit this style of play.
Oh yeah, it will.
It's currently 3-2 at the minute. How are you feeling with these teams? Do you have any expectations for how this might play out now?
Until they switch roles, I don't think I would be able to have expectations because, you know, it could turn around any second because the way Traktori plays is once they get confident, you know, you've seen already the jump outs, the run outs, you know, and that always has consequences if not executed properly. So it could be that Eternal might, you know, sort of readjust their strategy according to that. Now that they have and already Luna taking down Marie.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Vigil not quite working out for Marie this time. admirable effort, but you know, maybe she just kind of ran out one too many times there. So that is definitely going to put the advantage towards Eternal right now. They have, Traktori have lost one of their main fraggers of this game so far. I'm curious to see.
They are taking out those cams. They are taking out. Yeah, they know that was their downfall.
It's always good to see teams taking out default cameras. I think that's always a solid basic that I think a lot of people need to remember. Jaeger peeking out his stairs, however, not able to secure a kill as Fury takes her down. That's very unfortunate, and again, aggression not paying out for Traktori this round. Eternal, they are waking up, it appears, at least for this round. Fury on fairly low health, but she's still able to perform a lot of work right now, especially with that IQ scanner. Looking out for any gadgets or any electronics in the area. Lunally inside a passport, looking down towards towers, pinging out, droning out of towers, potentially looking for a spot, looking for a frag for anybody that may be potentially in there. Foxtail picking up a kill onto Fury. That is the IQ now down for the count. Foxtail doing a lot of work so far today.
I mean, it's Foxtail and Marie that are both doing a lot of the work. But yeah, Foxtail did a lot of the work in the last match that we watched.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're seeing a bathroom push so far from Eternal. I imagine they're probably going to try and stack up a little bit in here and then potentially open up, go for a plant behind blue. I'm curious to see what the other players of this team are doing. It looks like they are just going to be trying to hold from above. Double stack up with hard breach and utility. Very good synchronization coming out here. 40 seconds left on the clock. Ash holding from above, potentially going to try and push them out of position. As Foxtail picks up kill onto Little Devil, I believe, as Luna loses her life to the Frost in retaliation. 25 seconds left on the clock. Ash is pushing in through towers into bathroom. Going to try and peek out here. Aggressive plays coming out, but she spots out the Prisma. Unable to secure a kill. Dere getting one of her own. 2v2 situation right now. They need to make this push. Need to push into B. Dynamite has the diffuser. He needs to get into 10 seconds remaining. They've got to make
10 seconds.
I think they're holding the hallway. It's all going to be up to Frost. Getting the first kill into Dere. And it's all up to Ash to get this frag. It's not going to be enough. She doesn't have time. And Frost speaking around, getting the kill there. Gravity ran out of time. Couldn't go for the frag. Had to go for that plan. And it's just not enough time.
I think this was the second time that they had trouble with time as well in this this match. Second round that they had trouble with time. But now we got Traktori attacking, so
I'm incredibly proud of this. I think that both teams are doing incredibly well. I think that it's really good to see both teams start to learn from each other and learn from what the other team is doing, and now they appear to be adapting to it to a degree. Eternal was struggling with the runouts at first, and now look at them. They are fragging out at every opportunity. Traktori aren't able to do runouts. They're not able to peek out at things because they just get immediately fragged out, which is fantastic.
It'll be interesting to see also how they do on attack, because, you know, you did say that earlier that Eternal has a strong defense. So let's see if Traktori is able to, you know, actually combat that defense or just, run through.
So curious about that 6 pick right there from Valkyrie over to a Frost. Now, my personal thoughts on that, I would have thought if anything it should be the other way. Capcan spawning out the shock drone, unable to secure the kill on it though. That's a good drone economy by the Twitch. Attempts to go through the doorway again, but that's not going to work out in her favour.
I very much agree about that. Valk would have been much more useful in my opinion.
I mean, simply having the information, there's so many areas and locations that you can watch with the black eye cameras, with the Valkyrie cameras. If you can throw them up into storage spots. I mean, look, even you can place them like on the roof, like in the big speakers at the top, and you just get entire coverage of the west side and the west side balcony and the south balcony. You can put it on site, put it in night hallway. There's so many areas, right? Which is fantastic. It's fantastic for C4s and fantastic for callouts. Pre-firing into tension just to make sure there's no sneaky beaky people in there. Standard for this game.
They are definitely just going for it. Asia.
Ooh, alright, this right here, this is what I wanted to see previously. Look at what Asia is doing. Alright, she's droning out main entrance, she's droning out vent, she's making sure there's nobody underneath. She's gonna open up directly above. Watch this, watch what she does with the lifeline. I hope. Yep. Come on, do it. She's gonna break open the bandit, underneath the bandit, to push him off that wall. Okay, so the bandit can no longer hold in that wall without being subjected to somebody underneath. But the way you counter that is by having an impact hold behind the half wall to make sure that nobody can stand where the Zofia standing right now. So it's basically adaptation and counter adaptation. The bandit's still gonna potentially be able to hold this, which is a bit of a mistake by the Zofia. However, Asher not watching her flank and the Zofia's down. Zofia had no flank watch to cover her while she watched out for the bandit. Which then allows the bandit to maintain that bandit battery on the wall. Good idea by the Zofia, however, she just needed to have more people protecting her, more people covering her, making sure that didn't happen. Albi now playing underneath inside vent, making sure that the bandit can stay on that wall with a relative safety.
Yeah, but it's more of, I think, Asia's style to go in by herself. Ooh, and Little Devil downing Foxtail.
Fantastic kill right there by Alibi. Yeah, I mean, losing the Twitch and the Zofia, that's two of your best fraggers going. And a third one going down, Marie, man down, or lady down, I guess, in this case. As that is the Nomad dead. Leaving it all up to the Sledge, who quickly refrags at Ravity as down. That's Capcan dead. However, uphill climb right now. 4v2. Is Alvine gonna clear this up into a 2v3 even, I wonder? 40 seconds remaining, still got some time remaining. Frost holding prone warrior inside of bounds. Oh, Devil now down by Kurtinker. Slowly working together here. I don't think the Frost will get spotted out here or detected. Going in for that B wall.
They got under 30 seconds, so they need to make those moves.
They do have control of Office, opening up the wall now for Visa. Probably going to try and force this plant if they can. However, Frost is in a prime position to cover this. As soon as she gets the call out that somebody's in down, one down. All she needs to do is cover that doorway right there. She doesn't need to peek out. She just needs to hold the doorway. She has to push in. Fantastic work right there.
Wow, that was a fantastic flip over from one door to the other.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic play right there by Day. I do believe Kurtinker got a third kill there, or second kill there, just prior to that death. However, it's just not enough. They need to cover so many angles, and with only 2 players remaining, 2 guns remaining, there's not enough.
And, like, no time.
Yeah. Eternal so far, evening things up quite a fair bit. They are slowly making this happen. I do like to see close games. I always think it's fantastic. I want to see this third map. I think everyone in chat wants to see this third map. Clubhouse, such a fantastic map. It's going to be a very interesting one, and kind of interesting to see what both teams are going to be able to bring to that kind of fight.
I completely agree with you. I completely agree. This is exciting because I don't know who's going to go against Endpoint now at this moment.
Mm-hmm. Now, looking at the attacking lineup, I think that's very logical. You've got the Buck, the Sledge, the Zofia. You've got 3 forms of soft destruction, as well as a Twitch if she brings breaching charges instead of Claymore, which, to be fair, I would honestly say, yeah, it's actually, this would be one of the sites that it is viable to bring breaching charges, and even recommended to a degree. Because they're going to be downstairs in Ventilation Workshop, so generally speaking, from this lineup that we see with Traktori, it appears what they're going to try and do is go for an armory take. So they're going to try and take armory, try and take office, and then basically Buck and Sledge and Zofia.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I figured they were going to do.
However, look at what Capcan's doing. Making impacts there. Those are very important. Reason why that indicates to me that they're planning on holding upstairs. That indicates to me that they're planning on putting significant numbers and resources.
They probably know that that's what Traktori is planning to do. So
yeah, I mean, let's be frank, okay? It's Border. Look at the lineup. It's a lot of soft destruction. I mean, they're not just gonna, like, you know, anyone can figure that out.
Yeah, that's why I love Border, because I'm actually, I know this is the weirdest thing ever, but I'm a Fuse main.
Okay.
So that's why Border is my favorite.
No, I
Now you can
respect
see
that.
why.
I do like Hughes. I mean, he's got the AK-12. You know, the AK-12 has the highest time to kill, but the fastest TTK weapon in game. Which makes it incredibly powerful, especially as an edge frag, especially when holding tight angles. It is fantastic for that. Now, we are seeing quite a late deployment of the walls and gadgets upstairs.
Asia, take it
onto
down.
Devil.
Yes. Onto Devil. Sorry.
No, go on. Crack on.
Alright, so we have Marie right now. I think Marie already knows that there is someone over there, and I think she wants to try to just go in and get that kill.
Yeah, I mean, Mute is already downed at the minute, so she could try and push that, or she can nade that. I don't believe they don't have any edge. Oh my god, Fury, man down. Marie, she is just cleaning up upstairs. There's one downed upstairs. That's going to be an easy kill when she confirms that. Marie finally confirming that kill there. Now, just two to...
Ooh, and Ravity taking down Foxtail. So Foxtail has been downed, but they still got Asia, they still got Marie, they still got Alvine, so... Ooh, and Asia taking down Ravity. Finally, we're getting to see Asia play as opposed to kind of dying off right at the start.
You are seeing a late rotation there by the Frost. It's not really going to work out too much as the Sledge does push around and take her head off with that L85A2. That was a very strong attack right
definitely coming back with that attack. That was a strong and fast attack too. Both.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're pulling out the Ash again. They're feeling confident. They want to pull that Ash out.
I mean, who doesn't love to see an Ash rush every now and then?
Well, you said you don't do the Ash rush.
No, I do.
You do a strategic Ash.
No. I am the one doing the Ash rush.
Okay.
Now, for the record, my main operators, according to R6 Tracker, are Ash, Jaeger, Legion, Doc, Twitch. Which, for anybody that isn't necessarily familiar with, they are kind of the stereotypical ranked star mentality players, okay? They're the operators that you play if you just want to run in and shoot everything and die.
Yeah,
pretty much that's just it. You play Ash for the R4C, and the fact that you just have no hitbox. You play Twitch because you have an F2, and you literally just play for the F2, right? You play Doc for the MP5 for the ACOG, and you play Legion for the goo mines, and just the fact that he is a massive pain in the butt. And
he really is. Have you ever done a goo mine mountain and killed somebody with it?
I have, and I wasn't proud of it. I actually felt really bad for it.
I feel so good about it. Like,
oh no,
I felt
so bad about it. I felt awful. I felt like a terrible human being for subjecting somebody to that horror.
Yeah, no, it's great. I once left like a little trail, and it seemed like the enemy just followed the trail of goo mines and died right before they reached me. And they were just like, Legion, why?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of ashamed that you for doing that. I can't believe you did that to somebody. So unlike Traktori, it doesn't appear like we're having any East Stair run out. We're definitely looking out for that, being aware that that definitely happened, mostly because she was the person that was doing that, now looking down towards the passport and Taylor spotted the Prisma. Judging by the fact that she didn't get shot by the alibi, it's definitely not an actual alibi. I imagine Marie's probably thinking in her head. So just look away, we've got a alibi. Yeah, we do. We've got the alibi inside of break room and CC. Probably going to try and hold that for as long as you can. Waste as much time and utility as possible. What? Throwing in a grenade through break room doorway. Not going to land, however. I do imagine alibi should be able to win this gunfight out here. As Alvin does get a kill onto Luna. As Marie does get killed off by Devil. Pushing him with the sidearm out, not necessarily the best idea. You do have that skeleton kit if you do want to try and use that. Ravity on fairly low health, or a correction, half health. themselves as Foxtail pushes up through the east staircase. Probably going to try and contest that alibi, shooting at the default cams as she goes along, giving our alibi an advance warning that there is somebody at the staircase. Pushing in, both round again. However, Foxtail going to win that round out of that gunfight engagement out herself.
How is that for an Ashe just kind of running?
I like that. This is how an Ashe should play. None of that teamwork. None of that. Sledge breaking up above the Kaid. This is exactly what you want to see with your Buck or your Sledge. Opening up as much vertical control as possible as another drone comes out. Port droning in for the Ashe. Reaching open into A, covering and cutting off the Bo3 between sight right there. Fantastic work by the Ashe. Still got a fair amount of time to work with here by Eternal, picking off Kaid from above with that Thermite. Kartinker spawning another person there. Attention shooting in the leg. Yes, it does indeed. As Fury goes down in a 4v1. Correction, 4v0 as Asher cleans up Day.
Traktori again, just definitely just went in fast that attack. They're feeling confident, but I've seen that their confidence is also it's their strength and their weakness, so
yeah, I mean, we're currently sitting match point for Traktori, 6-3. They are currently on attack. This is their last opportunity for Eternal.
all right, so right now we can see that we got oh, it seems that we got a switch. Oh, so instead of Legion, they're going for Bandit. I have nothing against that, but I would have definitely preferred Legion just because those traps are very useful for detection, for just, you know, having someone stumble for a second so you can get them. So
yeah, I mean, both operators are very valuable. I mean, so what is it about Legion specifically? Look at that. 10 kills for Dai and 11 for LP. A lot of frags coming out by both teams. Both teams have their fraggers, their gunners, but also their support players. So many people forget about that for Rainbow Six Siege. It's not always about the Ashe main or the fraggers. It's also about the different roles within the game. You've got entry fraggers, but you also have hard breachers. You've got hard support players. You have flex operators. There's so many roles, right? There's so many unsung heroes. For example, our observer, our wonderful observer today, has been doing a fantastic job. I do just want a massive shout out. Left top, thank you very much for observing today and also yesterday's games. Thank you very much. Moving us over to the attack phase now. How are you feeling about this?
I'm kind of like really exhilarated, to be honest. Like, I got my blood pumping right now. How are Traktori going to win this, or is Eternal gonna come back?
Yeah, we do, again, same thing as last time. They do have the player underneath. I believe that is Fox underneath with the Ashe. Underneath the Bandit, gonna try and pick out a kill from the Bandit whilst they are bandit tricking. Not too sure whether that's going to work out. However, Kartinker definitely needs that to happen. They need to try and get that wall open ASAP. It's going to be one of the first times we have seen an Armory will take. So for the majority of the time, the attacks have favoured you.
Yeah. So this is definitely something different that we're seeing on Border for this match.
Ashe getting killed into Luna. How'd you feel about that?
Well, kind of expected it. Oh, and Kartinka getting down by Day. So Kartinka was able to open it up, but lost her life for it. Marie getting down by Little Devil. Seems that Eternal is really going for it. Day taking down Alvine. Oh, and Day getting down herself, falling to Foxtail. We got Foxtail left. Foxtail just sort of sneaking around. We got QT on near site as well. being sneaky. So right now, and Asia is still alive as well. So there is that.
Yeah, I mean,
but they did lose Foxtail and Marie.
So we have about 55 seconds on the clock now. Traktori definitely need to start making their move here. They do have 2 of their main fraggers standing. However, Eternal have 3 operators left as well. They have the C4 with the Valkyrie. They just need to hold on for 40 seconds left. Looks like a B push here as Asha trying to fire some shots out, getting rid of that Valkyrie cam. They need to make this push happen. I wonder what Fox is going to be doing here. Looks like they may be doing a split push here, trying to pick out the Valkyrie from behind half wall as Foxtail pushes in. Not particularly aware as she gets down. C4 blown out as a tunnel win that round.
Yeah, Eternal coming back. Yeah, time does seems to be an issue sometimes for both teams. They aren't able to gauge the right in the middle. It's either, and for Traktori, it's either too fast or too slow. They can't grab that little middle point right there.
So again, we are still on match point for Traktori. 6-4. Eternal need to win 2 more rounds before they can push this over to overtime.
Foxtail is really sticking to that Ashe. How do you feel about that?
I mean, first off, you're staying my line. Secondly, I do like the Ashe. I think that Ashe is always going to be very crucial. Or having an operator acting as an entry frag. If you're not going to play an Ashe, I recommend bring a Zofia or a Jackal or so on and so forth. Again, we already have the Zofia being played as kind of a secondary entry frag to the Ashe. So I think this is a very balanced lineup. We've got a lot of fraggers, but we also have a lot of versatility and a lot of gadget kind of variation here. I mean, look at the lifeline, look at the breaching charges. You've also got the sledgehammer and the skeleton key. You've got 2 sets of frag grenades and the lifeline. So there's a lot to work with.
Yeah, there definitely is.
I'm definitely hoping that we start seeing more use out of the frag grenades. Again, we are going downstairs into ventilation workshop, so we'll probably see the similar push to Traktori. They had a fairly convincing win here last time when they took this. Fairly convincing. They took top floor, then pushed down. And I think that would work very well for them. I think they knew that they wanted to isolate the site. And yeah, I mean, hopefully Eternal are probably going to be able to adapt to that a little bit more. Potentially they're going to hold upstairs a little bit more aggressively, or alternatively they're just going to let it go entirely and play below. I personally don't think that that's the best idea.
They have reinforced the top floor though, if you did see that.
Yeah,
they did put that reinforcement up there.
So generally speaking, you're going to reinforce the hatches for 2 reasons. Either A, because you're not planning on holding there at all, or B, because you're going to hold there, but you don't
no, it was a wall.
Was it? Did they reinforce Armory Wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Armory Wall.
Armory Wall is generally a given for a reinforcement, simply because you then need to use one of your exothermic charges to open it up. Because they only have the Habana, they're not going to waste that upstairs, which means it's going to be a lot harder for them to now push the Armory itself. Which even then, that's just going to waste a lot of their time. Luna currently in small passport office right now. Looking across, however, Zofia is fully aware of that. Takes her down, losing a bit of her life. However, that was a fantastic early pick right there onto Legion. Ashe and Zofia are working together in unison right now. Valkyrie currently holding upstairs by Sandwich at the moment as Little Devil picks up another kill onto Marie. Solid control upstairs still being maintained. One person inside of CC. Looking down through box into 90 hallway. Trying to light up Frost a little bit there, but it's just not working out too well. Taking out through breakthrough and also through the box still as Frost takes quite a fair bit more damage. She's going to have to try and rotate away from that. Dede might be the last operator standing upstairs for the defense, I believe. No, actually no, she's just going to try and hold out for as long as she can. Now inside a small office.
So wait, oh, Ashe has been downed. I was like, there's. They're trying to, I think, pick up the Ashe. Oh, that is dangerous. Oh, and Jaeger falling to Foxtail. So Foxtail being revived, definitely an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely why you can farm your kills as much as possible. Getting the active ping for where one of the defenders is on the angle, getting a melee kill from behind. And it is suddenly a 3v1 situation for Traktori. This is all but one for them as they pick up that last kill onto Dede. GG.
that is the
Traktori.
confidence. That confidence. I love it. It's so great.
This is just a fantastic display, a fantastic performance by Traktori. Foxtail getting that MVP. Fantastic work.
Again.
Teamwork and coordination by all of them.
So now it's gonna be Traktori vs Endpoint.
How'd you feel about that? Look at that. Look at that spread.
I am excited because I watched them play yesterday, and so they're going head up against each other today. So this is gonna be super exciting.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fantastic game. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Hopefully, we're going to see...
You do know that you have to change a display picture to a tractor if Traktori beats Endpoint, right?
No, hey, look, all right.
I'm gonna do it too. So,
We'll do it. We'll do it.
I mean, that's literally I completely agree with their name and their logo. Like, they really do run over their opponents.
The roster lineup we have playing today. We have Endpoint versus Traktori. So we have Midnight, Aztec, Pander, Izzy, and Barbara. Unfortunately, Lure isn't able to play, so Barbara is stepping up in her stead. And for Traktori, we have Tri-Baton, Kartinker, Alvin, Asher, and Foxtail. I believe Mariek is... Who is she swapping in for? I believe that is Tri-Baton.
Tri-Baton.
Yes.
Yeah. Tri-Baton.
So we've got two very distinct and very competitive, highly competitive teams right now. Endpoint, as we are all familiar with, did very well yesterday. However, Traktori, they picked up a lot of games, not only yesterday, but today as well. Versus Eternal, they were doing very well. I'm looking forward to seeing what they are able to make out of all of this.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to actually be casting a Traktori versus Endpoint yesterday. Endpoint had won, so I'm kind of like, I want to see, can Traktori, learn from that game and perhaps, change up and, win, or will Endpoint just do the same thing they did yesterday?
That's true. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to move over to the map bans. Now, this is the bit that we are all interested in. I think everyone's very excited about the map bans. So we're going to swap on over, and I believe most of the teams have already finished them by now. So we have our first map is going to be Clubhouse, followed by Coastline, and then Cafe Dostoevsky. So we are going to be starting off Endpoint on attack, Traktori on defense, which means Traktori are going to be banning first. I'm curious to see what they're going to ban out. I mean, I would imagine it. I would expect like I want to say a Maverick.
Wow.
And
that was a really good guess.
I mean, it's Clubhouse.
Okay.
Apologies in advance. Sorry, guys.
That was a really good guess.
Thank you.
You were like, it's gonna be a Maverick, and it was a Maverick. I didn't think that. I thought it was probably gonna be Thatcher again.
No, it'd probably be Maverick. So it's gonna be a Maverick followed by a Jackal. We're gonna quickly swap back over. So it's gonna be a Maverick, a Jackal, a Maestro, and I'm gonna guess.
There is that Maestro. As I told you yesterday, they
be
were
Echo.
giving
Echo or
they
Mira?
were giving. Oh, they went with Mira.
I mean, let's be frank. Anybody that watched the game on Clubhouse yesterday, Endpoint versus Traktori, yeah, you'd want to ban out Mira as well. That was an incredible strat there. Something that I don't think anybody would have expected.
But that's also why the Maestro was banned by Endpoint, is because yesterday Alvine was giving them a very hard time with the black eye. I was myself like, oh my goodness, this is a little annoying. Is shoot me and then look up, and then shoot me and then look up.
So solid lineup being brought out by both teams. We have a Captain Thatcher, IQ, Thermite, and Hibana. Interesting kind of change of pace here. Izzy's usually the one on the Thatcher, and Barbara is usually the one on the Thermite. The reason for that being Barbara is swapping out for Lure, who is generally their hard support player. So starting off,
Barbara was
down...
who played yesterday.
Yeah, Barbara had to play. Unfortunately, Lure was unable to play for today, and I believe she'll be swapping in again for Lure. So far, fairly standard defense setup so far by Traktori. I'm liking this. They decided to go downstairs into the basement church first. I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing in terms of roam and any roam play. We do have a couple of operators that could potentially be roaming. For example, you do have the Jaeger, who could be playing offsite. You do have the Bandit as well. Normally, I wouldn't necessarily recommend having the Bandit on the roam specifically for that. However, due to the player, Marie, we've seen what she can do when she's roaming about. Uncontested.
Yeah, with Bandit. And it's Ossia on Jaeger, isn't it? Yeah, she might be maybe planning something, but I think they're going to be more careful.
I do just need to highlight this. Asha probably going to get singled out here. I believe they're probably going to try and focus on clearing out the roamers from either upstairs or downstairs. Prepping the window potentially for a jump out in a second if she has to, if she gets pushed through garage. So far, the Endpoint attackers are taking their time, trying to figure out what they want to do right now. They are droning through, hot droning for each other, as we see here. Midnight taking point with the Capitao. Interesting. Change of pace, usually she is playing other operators. Capitao is the role of Aztec, who is now currently playing Habana. Called out that there is a Jaeger, an operator, defender on blue. Trying to figure out what they want to do for now. Holding the line of sight through red stairs down. Potentially gonna just hold that for now and push that later on. I'm not quite sure how they want to push that or approach that. Potentially just gonna wait for them to push. Panda, meanwhile, on the main staircase, putting down a Claymore. I would imagine they're probably gonna try and open up kitchen hatch first, followed by motor hatch. They do have the Havana, who can open the main hatches, whilst the Thermite will likely want to focus on those walls there. Midnight pushing down blue stairs, killing off Azure. I believe that we may be having a bit of issue with the observer's internet. However, that's not going to deter the attackers right now. Midnight now pushing down towards main stairs. Yeah, I imagine they're probably going to try and open up main hatches with the Habana and then leave the Thermite for the main church wall from now.
They do have that echo, so I think they're going to use that to prevent any plants.
Yeah, so from what I'm kind of seeing right now, it does appear that it will probably be a church push. I would expect that. I doubt that they're going to attempt to drop from blue. They're not going to drop through the kitchen. They're likely just going to use that to cause pressure from now. As instead they're using the Habana to open up line of sight and a crouch hole into church. 45 seconds remaining.
And Aztec Aztec getting downing Kartinka, so now the echo is just unviable.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fantastic kill right there for Aztec. They took Echo off the board, which is their primary source of plenty, now followed quickly by Mari with that C4. 14 seconds remaining. They need to start going for this execute here. Barbara picking up another onto the Capcan. It is all falling out of control. Midnight, however, there's just a massacre.
Izzy was trying to plant over there in the smoke. That's primarily why they had the Capitao, but they didn't need that plant. They just, I guess, downed everybody.
I mean, that was fantastic coordination right there by Endpoint. Simply the amount of allocation, or the massive allocation of resources that they were able to put into that small tiny area. Not only did they open up the wall in the space of like 20 seconds, but they also managed to push a person in, which was Izzy, I believe, on the Thermite, who was planting behind the counter. But they also had the Capitao asphyxiating bolts. But they also, like, it was so much going on in the space of 20 seconds. And unfortunately, Traktori just weren't able to counter that. There was just so much going on that they couldn't respond to it in kind. The fact that they lost their echo so early into that is very unfortunate for Traktori.
Disadvantage.
Ideally speaking, you want your echo to stay alive as long as possible, because that is your primary source of intel, but also primary source of Planta now. As soon as that goes off the board, then you need to rely on your bandit with the C4. As soon as the bandit goes off, then you're just going to have to frag it or wait for a post plant. And that's just not a situation you want to find yourselves in. Yeah, we're going in for the same bomb site as last time. We're going back downstairs. So far they have swapped out. Kartinker now playing on the Kaid. They don't have the Echo anymore.
They did go for a Legion as well. And Frost.
I'm not quite sure how effective the Frost will be, simply due to the fact that Endpoint are likely going to be droning everything, and Frost only really works, or at least the welcome mats only really work provided that the other team don't drone it out or spot it out beforehand. And that's simply not going to work against a team like Endpoint, where they are going to drone everything and they're going to have decent intel, significant intel, before they make a move here.
Unless it comes to like time and it's just they gotta rush in, then it may pose a problem, depending on where the traps are placed.
But even then, like the amount of intel they have on the bomb sites, usually before they go in for an execute, is quite a lot. To be fair. Currently droning upstairs, looks like they're doing a top-down clearance whilst Marie is over by Poe. Potentially this could be a jump out if she had the intel that there was somebody down there, but it doesn't look like she knew that Aztec was by the bikes. Again, Panda slowly creeping her way down main staircase, hot droning coming in, hot pursuit to figure out where the bandit is. Again, this is what I'm talking about, having that constant source of intel from a drone directly in front of you to try and figure out where the defenders are. Marie already pushed downstairs, back down underneath kitchen right now. I would like to see a pulse being played in future. I would love to see a pulse being played where the Frost and the bandit is. That would be fantastic.
Oh, by Team Traktori?
Yeah, that's generally referred to as pulse spot. Panda picking up a kill onto Alvin. That is a Frost dead. Again, that is a problem that you have when you are underneath somebody who's capable of soft destruction. Panda did get downed, however. I believe that may have been a down on the poppers by Endpoint to get her back up to 20 HP. I could be wrong about that. It might have been a C4. Is he going to try and open that kitchen hatch? No, that should go through, no problem. It's a wee bit cheeky that they're doing that to counter the Kaid. But regardless, it's woman.
Yeah, but it works. They have a minute, but they do have still 4 people on Traktori's team. I think Traktori's just trying to play safe, and they're sticking together this time as opposed to separating.
So we do see a significant stack up again on that west side, going in for that church wall. One person up on top of kitchen. That is going to be Panda, securing a kill onto Marie. One of the fraggers down. Off the board is a 4. Going again for the similar push. And not too much of a surprise. Endpoint are very good at this. They will generally stick with a strat provided that it works. If it doesn't work, then they will adapt and overcome. As Eddie attempts to run back in. However, there's one person close on the wall on the right. That is a Legion. Two minds on the breach. That is a problem right there. They need to frag this out. Midnight pushing in inside. Barbara pushing in close on the side. Midnight not getting the call out. There's a Legion there. And it is a massacre. As Traktori picked up that round. I believe that was indeed also a team kill on the side of Endpoint.
There was, I think, friendly fire and a team kill, both.
Oh no.
Yeah, there was friendly fire, I believe, from Barbara, and then that team kill that was there.
Oh, that's not gonna be a good sign for Endpoint. I think somebody's gonna be very grumpy about that. I do believe who would that have been? It was somebody to Midnight, I believe.
Aztec was down. Aztec was down by Midnight, I think.
Did Midnight down Aztec?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Oh, they're not gonna be happy about that. I can just imagine my Aztec screaming right now. Oh, that's fantastic. Panda picking up a Montaigne, better change of pace from that 3-speed IQ. As well as the Captau again with Midnight. I do like the fact that they are changing. Oh, Panda. Just as I say that, Panda swapping over the 3 armor back to the 3 speed. She can't really get away from that IQ. She does love that 552 commando, and the fact that she can run around and murder everybody is fantastic. Traktori now moving over to past CCTV. I'm going to be curious to see whether they're going to try and active bandit or whether they are just going to leave the bandits on the walls. They aren't putting the holes on the walls, which would generally indicate that they are going to bandit trick. A lot of the time you are going to put holes on the wall, or melee holes on the wall, in order to allow sound to propagate through a little bit more clearly. It makes it a lot easier to figure out which side of the wall they are going to try and put the thermite charge on, and therefore you can put the charge, the bandit battery on the correct panel. However, they haven't done that, so I do believe that Marie's probably just going to leave the bandit batteries there and move on with the day, which is fair enough.
Группа должна найти заряд.
So again, a fairly slow start by Endpoint, taking their time, making sure that there's not going to be any spawn peaks. It's a bit of a shame that Izzy is going to be the first one moving up. I don't necessarily agree with that, primarily because that she is their only real source of hard breach, besides the Habana, who will probably likely be used to open up the top section of the garage wall.
Well, she did set the claymore down, which is a good thing. I mean, knowing Traktori.
Yeah, it's important to remember that Ashia did break that window. However, there is a claymore down below there. I don't know whether Ashia would have heard the claymore being set. She might have been too far away. As Midnight fires down asphyxiate bolt, that's going to push Bandit off that wall. He is unable to bandit trick that, and the wall may have already been opened up. Indeed, look how effective that was. Bandit's already off the wall. Wall's opened up on the left-hand side. That allows the thermite to go and open up the right side of the wall as well. Kartinker holding inside the garage. Ashir on the close side of red staircase, holding their breach. Yokai Jones trying to get into position, try and watch sections of that wall.
They definitely are making sure that they get those yokai so that they can prevent any planting. And hopefully this time the Echo actually stays alive, which is
Ashia, no,
what is
don't do
required
that.
of it.
Ashia, peeking out the breach, that's not a good idea. There's a person behind there. And Barbara picks up a kill, a nice little headshot to add to her KD. Panda as well, taking down the Echo from underneath the IQ. Spotted out the Echo on his drone. This is why you don't play Candy Crush whilst you are in the middle of a game. As Kartinker trying to hold on to garage. One person below her, that is Aztec. She is sneaking about like a sneaky beaky ninja. What is Izzy gonna do here? Peeking across, Panda picking up another kill. Izzy spawned out the Kaid, but unable to secure a kill. She is pushing away, letting somebody else deal with that. And Barbara picks up Marie, leaving it all up to the Kaid. Flawless round for Endpoint.
Endpoint played really well in that round. Asia trying to run out again. That was not good. That was definitely the worst place to run out.
I would be terrified of Endpoint right now. Look at just how coordinated that push was. I'm not quite sure what Traktori could have done there potentially to stop that. I mean, what example that would be? Echo dying.
Probably
to the IQ.
Asia not running out and Echo staying alive.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so for example, that there's a breach open, you know there's somebody probably out on the balcony, potentially don't run across and peek it, maybe. That might be an idea. Secondly, with the Echo, definitely, like, if you're going to be on your drone for extended periods, try and get onto solid floor or solid ground, alright? So, for example, if you're standing on a table, or, like, say, okay, if you're droning in, try and stand on a table rather than standing underneath on, like, a soft floor where you might get pulsed and then C4 from below, or vice versa. It is so much easier and so much more safer to do your job. Going back to the same...
So it seems they've gone with a castle this time.
Yeah, I believe that castle will be there specifically to stop the Capitao from opening the window and basically firebolting the bandit as quickly as she did. However, that's not really going to change too much. I imagine Panda will probably just rotate over and open that wall up for her as quickly as possible. Midnight could alternatively just melee that castle barricade, but that takes time and effort, so they'll probably just get the Ash to do it.
Yeah.
Again, quite a lot of resources are being dedicated over towards a garage. They are probably going to try and hold that for as long as they can. No Kaid in play right now, leaving it just up to the bandit to contest that. God, it feels so weird listening to the game in Russian. Have you noticed that?
Oh, it does. Yeah, that was me yesterday. I slept with the voices in my head. It was strange.
Hey,
it
I'm
was
not gonna lie. All right,
strange.
all I'm saying is that have you heard the Capcan's voice actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the voice actors.
I like it when he speaks Russian. Anyway, we are 2 minutes 30 into this game. Not too much progress has been made. Aztec opening up that window. Oh, no, it's not there. There's a mute jammer on there. Aztec, there's a mute jammer on there, and that should now get taken off now. And I believe they're probably just going to impede the main wall. I believe that's where they are doing it. And yeah, again, it looks like the bandit is actively bandit tricking. They're going to do her best. They don't have a drone next to it, so a bit of a slower push so far. However, they're doing their best. As Marie doing a pretty good job of bandit tricking that wall. That wall should now get opened up. Captai bolt covering that side of the panel. And C4 getting thrown out, unable to connect onto anybody. Slow progress, but continuous progress as Barbara picks up kill onto Foxtail. Being trying to rotate in through construction, trying to contest if she does have a C4 available for any possible plant. However, it doesn't look like that's going to happen just yet. As the attacker slowly closing in. Aztec getting killed by Marie, however. Slowly slipping away from Traktori right now.
Marie fallen Panda. It seems like Endpoint, I think, got this round. I'm not sure if just Mute and Castle will be able to counter all four, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, UMP-45 definitely not the ideal weapon to be using in this situation, as they've got a very slow rate of fire. However, 45 seconds remaining for Endpoint. They are slowly making their move here. Plant, sorry, correction. They are smoking off B bomb, potentially gonna go in for that plant and default by B. Fantastic move by Izzy. Panda's covering garage. That is all but secured for Endpoint.
No, they didn't even need that plant, but...
See, this is one of the things that you just have to admire. Look at that spread of kills. Panda 8 kills, 1 death. Oof.
Yeah, Endpoint definitely is... They strategize as they go along. They're definitely doing that exactly as you said. They drone everything out. They sort of plan as they go.
One of the things that you have to admire, it would be very easy for a team like Endpoint to just say, hey, it's 4v1. Let's just frag it. Let's just go and kill the guy. Or the girl. You know, whatever. But instead of doing this, what they're doing is they are prioritizing the plan. They are still following the steps. It's step 1, step 2, step 3. Get the breach open, or, sorry, correction. Get the window open, get the Captai asphyxiating bolt on the window so the bandit gets pushed off. Open the wall up, you know, open up through garage, push garage, clear garage, smoke off B plant, go for a B plant. If they kill everyone, then you're golden. If you're not golden and there's still defenders left, then you just hold the plant. They are doing incredibly well, and that is, again, it's just it's a doctrinal shift between Endpoint and Traktori. Endpoint are so regimented with their approach, and it's just showing. Compared to Traktori, it's just, I get the impression that they're not quite sure how to deal with this. Looking for the drone here, Marie.
Yeah, that's exactly. I think they're trying to adjust to it, but they're just not able to fully adjust to it yet. But you never know. This might be the round that they do.
Bearing in mind, it is very important to mention that Endpoint do seem to be a lot more regimented with their attacks, but that's simply because, generally speaking, the attackers maintain the momentum, and oh, Asia. No, okay, I thought she was gonna do a run out. Yeah, a lot of the time the attackers will kind of dictate the flow of the game and the speed of the game, which allows Endpoint to basically slow it down, take their time, figure out what they want to do, and then move on from there. On the other hand, Traktori, they kind of just have to sit there and take it, unless they want to play aggressive, and it doesn't look like that's what they're going to do for now. I think they're going to play it a little bit slower. We have Marie holding over by Strip Club, taking her time to see if she can try and get any early picks on the roam. So yeah, roam clearance coming out by Endpoint on the top floor. Midnight pushing through fairly confidently, simply due to the fact that it's already been droned. They are confident that there's not going to be anyone there. Call out coming out that there is going to be a Legion on main staircase. Like we're going to see an Endpoint reaction from that to some degree. One person outside of the doorway and takes down a Legion. Legion down within about a minute 10, I believe. I can do mathematics. Pander was going to be coming in for the horse. No longer needs to do that. She's now going to be reaching open. Spun the person inside pole. However, she's going to lose her life in that gunfight as the Vigil comes in alongside Marie. Doing her very best. CC75 out, and she takes down Aztec, giving the advantage towards Traktori for the first time. Vigil very low. However, she is still capable of doing significant amounts of damage.
Oh, but I think she just Marie just got down by Midnight. It was enough HP, but not enough at the same time. So we have Kartinka right now. I can see Asya is probably trying. Oh, Asya's being droned out. Asya needs to watch out for those drones. Asya just sees a drone and is like, all right, there's someone there. I'm going, and just runs over.
So it's just examples of that, like having that drone there as flank watch, giving an immediate, you know, call out, person coming, or Jaeger launch, something as simple as that. You know, even just something as simple as giving the notification, hey, there's somebody over this direction. The attackers can immediately turn over and respond to that threat before carrying on with their plan. It's fantastic. 30 seconds left remaining on this attack. Endpoint. 3 players versus Traktori's. Who they need to start making this push. It looks like a smoke.
They're doing their plant.
I don't know whether they're going to go for it yet. It looks like they're probably going to go for the same rough strat. However, Tinker takes down Midnight. It's kept down. 10 seconds remaining. Free firing down into blue. Izzy has to push towards the side. Barbara going to take the point, trying to clear it out as best as she can. Izzy's starting to go for that plant. Whilst Barbara covers the doorway, Collie coming out. It's not going to be enough, and Endpoint secured the round again.
I'm glad that they do those plants as a just in case, even though they're still winning by killing. So that's really interesting to see. Still, I'm waiting for that Traktori comeback. I am.
Now, I mean, generally speaking, whenever it's like a 2v1 and one of you is planting, that then immediately pushes it into a 1v1. Right? Because one of your second person is planting. They can't do anything. They can't respond. All they can do is just focus on the plant. And that could be very risky, but at the same time, it's necessary. Because if you don't do that, then what if Barbara loses that gunfight? What if she loses that engagement? That then puts Izzy, or the planter, at a significant disadvantage, because then she's got even less time to go for that plant. It's even more desperate. But the fact that they are still maintaining this is fantastic. I am thoroughly enjoying this game. So again, going back downstairs for the 3rd time, I believe. We're currently 4-1 up for Endpoint. It's nothing too out of character so far for Traktori's defense so far. I kind of want to see what they are capable of on attack. I'm definitely thinking that might be a little bit more intimidating. Vigil unable to spot out Midnight's drone up there on the thingamajiggy. She might need to borrow my glasses. To be frank, my glasses aren't even thingamajiggy.
Wait, your glasses what?
Nothing. I can't do
thingamabobs?
Yeah.
Alright, so we see Endpoint is going in, of course, being really careful for, you know, just, they got their drones, they're droning in, they're being just as careful as you know, you had told me they were going to be, which they are. And if they continue doing this, they are definitely, I think, going to be able to win. Traktori really needs to watch those drones. They need to stop, like, Asya definitely does not, I don't think Asya notices the drones or the drones get her hyper, but she just runs in, despite there being a drone.
Now, one thing to notice here, look at where the Vigil is. She is already caught between Panda and Midnight, I believe. Midnight will likely be pushing Cash at some point. Or somebody else will be. Whilst Panda pushing over by Master, kind of catching her in a collapse there. Panda should win this gunfight out, and she does. Marie goes down. But look at the damage it has done to Panda. Having that drone upstairs, immediately droning through, spotting out, hey, there's a vigil scanner thingamajiggies up here. Alright, that likely means that there's going to be a vigil playing either in the hallway by logistics or in master bedroom. That's what they're able to do with that information. Aztec now looking down towards blue. Now going to be looking to open up these hatches in a second. People cams getting taken out as they are going. Thermite being used to open up the hatches, which is kind of an interesting change. Usually you'd have the Thermite do it, but I can understand the reason that they're doing it. Alvin holding inside of Dot at the minute, watching blue as Barbara and Izzy looking to stack up by
Yeah, we could see that they're putting those claymores. They definitely have figured already out Traktori. That's why they're getting every chance they get. You see a claymore being put down.
Yeah, another adaptation here. Traktori, you do have the bandit on that wall, and Barbara picking up a kill onto Alvin. That is dark cleared. Izzy, instead, no, they're not going for a church plant. They're already planted inside of lockers. And look at that cover right there by Aztec and Panda. Look at that adaptation right around. As Midnight picks up the final kill onto Kartinka. Again, a second flawless round. 10 kills for Panda. That's 5 kills per death. Think about the cost of that. Oh, I like my inner analyst is just like squealing with joy at just watching this play out. It's like it's incredible. Traktori, a nice adaptation by them, having the bandit on church wall simply to prevent Endpoint from conducting their execute as quickly as usual and forcing them to, you know, use more gadget in terms of the EMP or potentially go around. And go around is exactly what they did.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. But I honestly, I thought Traktori would step up a bit, but currently they only got one round that they were able to win, and that was because of the team kills. But maybe when they switch roles, maybe that might make a difference. I'm not sure, but we'll just have to see and find out.
Yeah, I mean, this is just absolutely fantastic to watch. I want to know what Traktori, and I keep going on about it, I want to know what Traktori are capable of on attack. Like, I think that's what we all came to expect, is that Traktori are fantastic on attack. From what we've seen previously today against Econo, they were doing significantly better on attack because they're so much more confident when they're allowed to play their game. When they're able to play, you know, like fast and aggressive and loose, and I just think that that's definitely gonna be a definite factor for them.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I definitely am waiting for Traktori to do something, but we do have very strong defenders on Endpoint side as well. So
yeah, I mean, very smart lineups by both teams. Traktori bringing up a sledge. Potentially, we're going to be seeing that sledge try and use their grenades underneath down in the lounge to try and push the bandit off of that wall. I think that would be a fantastic move by them. And an additional kind of security measure to make sure that the bandit is unable to maintain the bandit trick on the wall. I would imagine Izzy's likely going to bandit trick. I doubt she's going to be just leaving them down there. Now, we do see Asher sneaking her way up. She's being very sneaky beaky. She does have one defender in front of her. However, the good man goes off. She's looking the wrong way. And the Legion is able to react to that. Barbara, hearing the notification, pushing down, pre-firing through down there. Drone coming out, spotting her out. However, that's not really going to be enough. Sledge down, no sledgehammer, no frag grenades. So it does look like they are attempting to open up church, or sorry, not church, construction wall for now. Interesting move here. Panda potentially going to be prepping the window for a jump out later on in the game. Yep, looks like it. She'll be prepping that window out so she can jump out in case somebody pressures Izzy from that window. Breach is now open. 1 minute 45 left on the clock. Still very doable by Traktori. One person in the breach trying to counter Izzy behind B-bomb chassis.
So Izzy, I think, is right now they definitely, you know, they have somebody on each site. They're not gonna run out. I remember watching Asia run out that hole when they were on defense. So right now it's 3v5, so numbers are definitely not on Traktori's side right now.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I'd
we have
definitely be feeling
Alvin.
nervous at this stage.
Yeah. So Alvine's taking it low, being very careful. Got hit by a goo mine, so knows she has to back off.
Yeah, I mean, just watching this now. Harper gonna get fully flashed by that flashbang, gonna rotate back up for cash stairs. Nomad gonna take advantage of this, try and push up. However, Panda's able to secure another kill for Endpoint right now. That's Marie down. This is not looking good for Traktori. 30 seconds left. They do have diffuser that is available. However, Noma's gonna get killed from the flank from cash stairs. She knew somebody was there, but she just couldn't do it. Very unfortunate, leaving it all up for Tinker. She has to figure out what she wants to do. However, there's one person in stock, and a stock kill afford. Flawless round by Endpoint.
Endpoint.
Now, I do remember that there is a well-known, what's it called? What's it called when you see it in, like, the copy paster in chat, in Twitch chats? I think it's like this is the end for Endpoint. I can't remember what it is, but there's something about that that's very familiar for this game right now. Because it definitely feels like Endpoint are running away with it right now. A 6-1 match point on map number 1, Clubhouse. Marie swapping over to Ash. Twitch and the.
This is gonna be very hard for Traktori to catch up to Endpoint right now.
All I'm hoping here, it does look like Asia swapping out from the fuse over to a Thermite, which means we will indeed be seeing a Twitch being brought out as well as an Ash. I'm so excited for this. Two of my favourite operators being brought out by an aggressive team like Traktori. Let's see some aggressive plays here, alright. I know I normally say, and I know I went on last time, about the all aim no brain with Ash, but I definitely want to see all aim and quite a fair bit of brain from this kind of play. I want to see Traktori win this one out. They are now going to be going downstairs to the basement. I think that they've got a lot of potential for this. Alright, I think that Traktori, they should feel pretty confident about this at the very least, because they know how Endpoint have operated so far on attack. They should be able to kind of at least gauge some form of idea of how they want to defend it.
I was really happy for a second when I saw the fuse, just because, but that they were like, nope. But I can understand why. Alright, so we can see that they are starting to come in from, they're going around on all sides and being careful about it too. So we can see that Foxtail is droning in with the Twitch. Marie's droning in as well. They're actually using their drones this time. They're making sure that they can kind of see, because this is their last, this is kind of their last chance. If they mess this up, then that's it.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine the confidence and momentum surging through Endpoint at this point. They are 6-1 up. This is pretty much the stage that they have been throughout this tournament. They must be feeling incredibly confident. Gooman going off. I believe that'll be in kitchen. I think, I'm not quite sure, as Marie upstairs currently on flank. Trying to see if she can clear out any roamers here. Potentially upstairs, whilst Azure downstairs on the main staircase. Kind of look at the difference in how these two teams are playing. Endpoint generally work together. They were, kind of joining each other in. Meanwhile, we have a Thermite on the main staircase on her own, droning herself in. Shooting at Goomine. That's good to see. Motor hatch is barricaded off, so they should be able to push down relatively uncontested. Hopefully they will have drawn that out. 1 minute 20 left on the clock. All operators are still standing, as it looks like Tinker trying to contest through stock hatch. Midnight current holding steady behind blue, waiting out as much time as she can. Aztec getting a kill onto
Aztec.
Azure. That is the Thermite down, leaving just one more source of hard breach. However, Aztec is re-fragged in retaliation. Barbara getting a kill onto Alvine. This is slowly spiraling out of control right now. Midnight able to rotate out from behind machinery over to oil pits to a degree. That should be a more advantageous position, catching the Ash in that rotate. Very lucky that there wasn't Habana on the hatch. She was able to push out and around that Habana. And Foxtail now the only two remaining attackers. They are holed up inside of Motor, but they need to make a push here. 30 seconds remaining as the noose closes ever tighter. Catching out the Twitch, downing her. Oh no, Panda, I thought you were going to do a darty there for like a camera. All
No,
up
I
to
think they were being careful.
Kartinker picking up a kill onto Midnight, but she has a massive task ahead of her. She picks up the kill onto Panda, leaving it a 1v1 situation. She needs to push this. 5 seconds remaining. She needs to push onto site. She needs to push this. And it's not going to be enough. Is this going to work? No, it's not at Endpoint.
Oh, so close.
Number one.
Almost.
Very close
Very close.
by Endpoint. Now, we are going to have a quick 5-minute break in a minute, but first off, Barbara with the MVP. Look at the amount of kills. Look at the disparity right there. Barbara, 13 kills, 2 deaths. Panda, 12 kills, 2 deaths. Izzy.
Map. That's what I want to see. I want to see Traktori come back.
Okay, so you want to see the reverse sweep coming out.
Yeah.
So we are going to see Endpoint on defense first, Traktori on attack first, which means Endpoint going to be banning out first. Honestly, I'm probably going to expect like a Blackbeard or a Capitao coming out here. Or a Nomad even, or Jackal coming out. Interesting. They are going to be defending first. They don't necessarily play Jackal. So to be fair, that is a solid ban to get out. It allows you to roam a lot more effectively. And to be fair, you know, who likes getting trackle-jacked anyway?
I'm curious on who Traktori is going to be banning.
They're not seeing a Capitao ban.
Capitao.
That could be a target ban towards Midnight, or it simply could be the fact that they dislike the fact that they dislike asphyxiating bolts. Fortunately, we are getting a wee bit of lag from the end of the Observer, but it is what it is. It shouldn't be too bad. So we've got the Capitao banned out as well, so we are going to be moving over to Traktori's defense ban. Is this going to be a target ban, or is this going to be more of a personal ban towards the map? It could be a Mirror and Echo. It is going to be the Mirror banned out, as we saw. Very unfortunate for Endpoint. I would like to see what other strats they had with the Mirror. Potentially they were a bit more confident, or potentially they had some hidden strats, just in case Mirror managed to slip through the ban phase.
I haven't had a chance to see them play Mira, so
I'm telling I'm telling you, and anybody else who is watching today, please do yourself a favor. Watch back the Clubhouse game. Watch back the Clubhouse game. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. The performance of all players, and that specifically the mirror setup that they had when they're defending cache CCTV. And we are seeing the Tachanker. We are seeing Panda bringing out the Lord himself. I am so proud of them for bringing out. How'd you say that in Russian? Tachankin.
Tachankin.
Oh my god,
That's
they
what I
sound
was
like
looking
Hawaii. I love that. Anyway, we are seeing a fairly standard lineup right now. We have a Jaeger, a Mute, and Tachanker. You better not 6-pick that or you are disowned. You aren't getting a birthday present this year. And a Valkyrie as well as the Maestro, Zofia, Twitch, Thatcher, IQ, and a Thermite. Very strong lineup. I think that Traktori might benefit from having a Blackbeard, potentially. That might be an interesting one. So starting off down in Kitchen, first we are going to be seeing a bit of an interesting one. A lot of the time you will see teams choose to play up in Hooker Village first, or even to a lesser degree, sometimes down in Blue Ball first. Of course, I'm going to be very interested to see where Panda is going to be Tachanka spawn peeking out from. She unfortunately does not have the Rainbow is Magic unicorn outfit, which I guarantee anybody in chat, it will add, like, it's such a force multiplier. The confidence and bravado that comes out from playing with that pink fluffy uniform, that is incredible. I love it, honestly, it makes my heart melt. Anyway, we are going to be seeing a slow push and slow start coming in. Default cameras already getting dispatched, pushing straight through office. This is a fairly rapid push, actually. I do correct myself here. Going straight through office into blue. On the first person as he goes down, and that is a rapid kill for Asia. And that is going to be a quick refrag potentially coming up by Midnight, flanking in behind, gets the first kill. Onto Asia was Marie, Marie gets Panda.
Yeah, Marie down Panda.
Oh, that's not good. Aztec refragging Kartinka, evening things up a little bit. Unfortunately, we did see the Chunker go down very early on. That is not what I want to see. However, Aztec all but making up for it. Foxtail also losing her life in the process. It's not looking too good for Traktori. However, they do have 2 players remaining. IQ managed to get a refrag onto Midnight. That is through office, pushing now into blue bar. Potentially going to go for an A push, potentially. Not too sure. However, Aztec running out through bathroom. A refrag from Barbara. But Traktori picking up the first round. That aggression picking up. Look at that aggression.
That's the Traktori way.
Like,
but that was what I wanted to see. Is Traktori coming back? They definitely. But if they keep this up, they can't keep this up. They need to still switch it out. They need to also be careful because we have seen that this has been Traktori's downfall.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, simply, I mean, again, having that initial frag, getting that initial entry kill from Asher was key. Now, again, I go on about it all the time, but there is a statistic, I believe it was created by siege.gg. They initially said that 80% of the rounds won were by the team that got the initial entry frag, which basically means if you are the defenders and you get the first kill, a lot of the time that'll put you in such an advantage because it slows the attackers down. It forces them to play a different style, potentially if you get an important kill, and it slows them down to the stage that a lot of the time 80% of the games won are by the defenders, and vice versa. If you're the attackers and one of the first operators you kill is a defender, it's a massive force multiplier, and it puts the defenders on a back foot. Very solid attack right there by Traktori. He did go down to the wire, however, I think that's just how they like it.
Yeah, that
play
is
very aggressively there, and honestly, I think they played a little bit carelessly. A little bit, but you know.
I mean, that's why they had the Tachankin pick.
Tachankin, I'm telling you, Tachankin sounds so adorable and kawaii and cute.
I love
it so much.
That's what I'm gonna call Tachankin.
I love that. But regardless, we are going to see the rotate away from Tachankin over to a more serious operator. That is going to be a Jaeger. Panda on a Jaeger. Oh boy, she is looking out for some frags. Drone work coming out by Traktori. It's going to be interesting. She's going to be droning out through office. Spawn out one person. I believe that may have been the Jaeger. No, it was the Valkyrie in the capable hands of Izzy. Panda's currently upstairs inside of blue and aqua. That's not blue, that's aqua. As well as the luggage. Marie slowly taking her time, pushing her way through here. She does have a claymore. She doesn't necessarily spot that EDD, I believe, on the doorway. Valkyrie firing a couple of rounds downrange, however, not really doing too much there. It's Midnight setting up some more EDDs. Dokkaby, Mach 14 EBR doing some work in the background. You can't really see what they're firing at, but I assume it's something. As Marie gets a pick onto Izzy, there's Valkyrie down. Very unfortunate there, and a good early pick again. Traktori feeling a lot more confident now. It looks like Sledge opening up a wall in between blue and office.
Asia's holding that angle. I think Asia won. Oh, Marie getting downed by Panda. So they just lost Marie. Asia just Oh, Asia getting downed by, oh my goodness, by Midnight. Panda downing Foxtail. It's not working out this time for Traktori.
Traktori doing their very best to try and figure out where these roamers are, where these operators are, and that's going to be Panda down for the count by the sledge. It's not looking too bad for Traktori. They can still make this work. They still have Tinker looking down into bathroom, trying to figure out if there's anybody down there. Can't see anybody in the stalls. I'm going to try and rotate towards that bathroom doorway. I definitely think probably their best bet would be to try and rotate towards a door together. And it looks like Midnight's going to be getting a kill of her own onto Alvin, leaving it all up to Tinker with that Mark 14. She's got full health, which has a mountain climb. And Midnight's making it a little bit easier. She jumps over and gets her head taken off. 2v1 situation right now. 35 seconds remaining for Tinker. Spread hold right now by Barbara and Aztec. Aztec currently on drones. I believe she'll probably be on her Evil Eyes trying to spot out. Tinker doesn't have a way to deal with that. Barbara, meanwhile, she does have that C4, does have that MP5K. Watching over towards the rotate, likely have to call out that there's somebody over there, but Aztec is off of her drone. She is currently holding angle with that Alder 5.56. You do not want to peek this, and that is why you don't want to cross into that with an ACOG.
Well, that was definitely an unfortunate turn of events for Traktori.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing very well. Honestly, I'm incredibly impressed with how Traktori are doing right now. I think they are doing fantastic, and we are seeing a smoke coming out by Barbara. It's going to be an interesting change of pace. I don't believe we've seen smoke being played by Barbara. We have seen it on Foxtail so far several times. I'm curious to see whether Barbara is playing with the FMG, SMG, or whether she is playing with the SAS shotgun and the SMG 11. Tinker swapping over from the Thatcher over to the Dockerby. To be fair,
yeah, I was wondering about that Thatcher pick, because that normally isn't really something that Traktori would pick.
So to be fair, you don't really need hard breaching. Okay, on this side, there's two examples of where hard breaching can be very useful. One would be using a thermite on MVP. On that wall, that Panda's reinforcing right over there. If you open that up, it allows you to basically establish a direct line of sight from double window all the way into VIP and vice versa. So you can basically cut off the rotate between both sides straight through VIP. And alternatively, you can use a Habana to open up sections of that main store, which then allows you to control sofas from the rooftop. So again, there's minor things that you can do with hard breaching, but to be honest, it's not necessary. Coastline's one of those maps where you can get away with not having hard breach.
Alright, so we can see that they're being a little more careful, I think, this time. We can see that Marie is going a little slow. Panda's watching that hatch.
Oh, that's
for anybody.
Dirty. That is bloody dirty. Panda is going to be holding the tiniest of pixel peaks right there onto that breach. Asia possibly going to run in through there. She'll have known that the hatch is open, but I don't know whether she'll know that there's somebody up there. Just going spawn out Midnight. She's just going to have to rotate out and away from that. And again, this is where hot droning can be so vital. Having that operator right behind a drone for that immediate frag out. As Midnight's able to rotate back towards site, no problem. Aztec getting grenaded from above, I believe by the sledge. Through the drone. And that's going to be a second one for Tinker, actually. Correction, it was the Dockerby getting the two frag grenades. First one gets downed, and a second one to finish that off. That would have been through the hatch, I believe. Actually, correction, that would have been through the drone hole directly above Aztec. Very unfortunate there that they didn't have an ADS there. Potentially that may have been bombed out by flashbangs, but I doubt it. Endpoint losing their primary anchor operator right there with the Maestro. However, they're going to have to make things work. They've got 1 minute 30 left on the clock. Marie getting another kill onto Panda. That is the Jaeger down. It's not looking too good for Endpoint, however, as he's making work. as she takes down the Dokkaebi. Refragging, getting some vengeance retribution for Aztec. ADS catching that frag grenade. Aztec probably feeling a little bit jealous she didn't have an ADS on the patch. He's currently holding inside of B, however, Barbara getting killed into Marie. 3v3 situation, definitely manageable for both teams. 1 minute left, but Barbara, sorry, Izzy peeks the wrong way as Avine pushes in. They have site control, they have B control. Barbara now pushing into the hallway, trying to contest this, but it's not the best situation to be in as she is getting pushed from VIP hallway, I believe, by Foxtail, yeah. Midnight refragging that, but again, they have full side control. She's going to have to go for a full rotate straight through theatre into luggage, and that gives Traktori plenty of time. They don't have diffuser, but they need to get it.
I mean, they do have only 30 seconds, though. Oh, they are planting.
Actually, now
So they are going for
likely
that.
going to be a plant on B. It should be. It's a split hold right now by the attackers. But now it's only going to be aware of the one on B, likely not on the one on the sofa. So this is potentially how she is going to die here. As Alvine peeks out, however, Midnight wins that gunfight. And Asher is now on the reverse rappel. This is a strong position. This is a hard position for her to get in. And unfortunately, she's having a wee bit of difficulty with that rotate. That's going to waste a lot of her time trying to figure out what she's going to have to do. Asher prepare for that run out. However, I think Midnight, she might try and bait this out here. She's getting constant pings out. Asher's getting pings. She knows where the Capcan is. Capcan's just gonna have to hold it. She's gonna have to hold it.
Oh!
No other
And
option.
Asya getting that, yeah. And Asya's taking advantage of that and downing Midnight.
That was fantastic play right there by Traktori. Fully realizing they had full side control of B. And immediately kind of repositioning there. I like the idea with the sledge, basically holding the rotate straight through Hooker. She corrected straight through Billiards. It was a good idea. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out for them at that time. However, it worked. Like they won the round, and I think that's what matters.
Yeah, they won the round because they planted. That gave them that extra little bit of time that they needed for Asya to go and, you know, either they were going to lose because of the plant, or Asya was going to kill once the disabling was beginning.
Yeah, we are going to see 2 6-picks coming out. Kide over to a Valkyrie, Panda on a Valkyrie. Oh, that's terrifying. And a Thatcher over to a Thatcher. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not get more 200 IQ than that. Thatcher to a Thatcher. Can you imagine Endpoint's reaction when they look at the bands, or sorry, they look at the operator picks, they say, hey, they've got a Thatcher. And then when they get into the game and they die, they go, oh my god, they throw out a Thatcher. I thought they were going to 6-pick out of that. So the fact they brought out a Thatcher, that's going to be fantastic for them. Traktori, 200 IQ by then.
I really love when players do that. I think it shows that they have confidence in what they're doing.
You see, I wish you were my coach, because back when I played competitively, I had my IGL. I used to 6-pick from Ash over to Ash, and my IGL just looked at me and said, what are you doing, Fraser?
Well, you're showing your confidence in how you play Ash.
Look, all I'm saying is I'm a fantastic Ash player. Alright, and it's totally not a waste of a 6-pick. But regardless, we are now starting off. We are going back to the same bomb site. Ashley now pushing over. Similar egress and entry to the building. So far, she likes favouring pushing straight through office into blue. Spawn out the Jaeger. I don't believe the Jaeger spotted out that drone. Being very careful, and I like this. I like the care that they are taking with this. Barbara holding dangerously close inside of office. She's playing aggressively there. I don't know whether she's going to get droned out in that position. This would be very easy for the attackers to shut down if they wanted to. However, Barbara sneaking up to the doorway. Gonna go say hello to the Zofia as she peeks around, takes down the Zofia, downs her, kills her. And immediately putting it into a 5v4. 2 minutes on the clock. Zofia down. All of her gadget and utility is going.
Yeah, that was definitely a really good kill from Barbara over there.
Marie's sneaking about over by kitchen. However, spots Barbara, but Barbara barely escapes with her life. Half health remaining. Marie, full health, no headshots landed onto her. However, Barbara, she's staying put. She wants to fight this. Valkyrie as well. Looks like they've got a nice pinch going on between Panda and Barbara. Looks like Barbara is slowly getting pushed by the IQ. One person on the yellow staircase. That's going to be Izzy down for the count. And a refrag coming up by Barbara. Look at these headshots just going out. The pure skill and reflexes of these players is incredible.
Yeah, it really is.
So Midnight is getting spotted out there by that Twitch drone. Tries to zap her, however, that's not going to be enough. She does get zapped. I believe that's for 20 HP total. 2 zaps. Bit of a waste of a Twitch drone. However, you know, it's pretty cheeky. I like it. I approve of it. Midnight popping open the window and she sees somebody, but she gets her head taken off instead by Kartinker. No damage done to her. Barbara and Horn gets rid of Alvina. Aztec currently holding on the half wall for Aqua.
So currently it's Foxtail and Kartinka that's left for Traktori. Oh, Kartinka downing Barbara, so Barbara falls to Kartinka. So Foxtail knows there's somebody there on the stairs. So who's gonna... Oh, and Foxtail. Foxtail losing her life.
Foxtail still downed at the minute, but hasn't been secured with a kill. Tinker going in for the plan. Does Valkyrie have that C4? That could potentially... Yeah, C4 going out, and it's going to miss, unfortunately, but the C4 will still secure that round. It delayed enough time and bought her enough time that Aztec could pinch around and distract her, leaving it for another round won by Endpoint. Unfortunately, the C4 landed on the wrong side of the wall and it did no damage, but I'm pretty sure that probably would have terrified her. It would have terrified me.
Yeah.
So we're going to be going back down to the first floor. I'm not quite sure where that is, but I think that is kitchen. I'm pretty sure that's kitchen. It's going to be on the first floor, so it's either going to be kitchen or blue bar. I don't think it's blue bar. I don't speak Russian. I can't read Cyrillic. I can't read Cyrillic. I'm just having a guess. Judging by the lineup, yeah, I would definitely assume that this is another kitchen. This looks like a kitchen. 6 picking the Thatcher over to the sledge for that added frag grenade bonus, as well as the sledgehammer. Yeah, so it does look like we are going back down into kitchen with the same lineup as we saw for Barbara. Likely going to be playing over by the rotate, as well as Aztec over in supply. Curious to see what Midnight is going to be doing and achieving on the Valkyrie. We haven't really seen too much aggressive Valkyrie play lately. I mean, it's not really been working out too well for Endpoint this game.
Через 10 секунд. Готовлю я. Включаю глушилку. Остается 5 секунд. Штурмотряду следует отключить заряд.
So it looks like
Член группы защиты покинул зону задания.
Okay, I was gonna say they're putting up, they're prepping. It's already started. We got Traktori coming in. And they're, again, being very careful. I wonder if Foxtail knows that there is somebody right across that wall. But there's the mute jammer, so...
I don't think so, purely for the fact that I don't think she's going to be able to get a drone in over that side, unless she goes through the doorway and around the desk. And I don't think that's going to be possible. That shouldn't be possible, so that could be a pre-fire, but I just don't think she's going to be able to spot that out. So Barbara going to be able to stay there with that shotgun, I believe. Actually, she's going to be rotating out and away from that position. But going to be spotting out the Valkyrie in 90 hallway. That's probably going to be a drop in a second, and that may result in her death. That may result in her death as Panda, and this is exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to teamwork. Panda and Midnight roaming upstairs together. One of them holding Night Hallway, one of them holding inside a theater. As soon as one of them gets pushed from Master Bedroom from the hatch, Panda should be able to deal with that, and vice versa. If they get pushed from Night Hallway or VIP, that is Midnight's domain.
Well, currently we're approaching the 1 minute and 30-second mark, and still nobody on either team has lost their life. We do see that Zofia has lost some HP, but oh, it seems that Izzy definitely has her sights on somebody.
Azure in a very strong position right now to try and challenge the entirety of Kitchen. However, that's a very risky position to be in, simply because it'd be very easy for somebody like Midnight, who is above her, to drop down and rotate around. But
And then we
right
get
into
out.
Panda. That's not going to work out in her favour. She gets down and killed off promptly. As Asher returns the favour, it takes down Izzy.
Yeah, that was definitely a good position for Asia, because she was able to take down Izzy from that point. So you can see that I think right now it's, I mean, the Endpoint does have the numbers, but again, it's under 30 seconds left. Like, Traktori needs to do something. Oh, and I believe Marie has been down, but Panda oh, and that's just Endpoint wrecking everything, killing everyone in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that that kind of just fell apart towards the latter end of that round. Simply due to the lack of time there. I mean, we had IQ 20 seconds left remaining, and she was still performing a roam clearance upstairs solo. That's just not a position you want to find yourself in.
No.
Like, especially if it comes down to about 40 seconds left, you generally, by that point, you need to have came off that roam clearance. You need to have already started setting up. You need to start preparing for that execute. Whatever that means, you know, preparing, you know, any Thatcher or Thermite or any, like, utility or gadget usage, or whatever it just means, setting up, preparing to push a doorway, and preparing for an entry. 40 seconds left, 20 seconds left, you don't want to be upstairs. Unless specifically you have a significant man advantage, or you're specifically holding for vertical control. If you're still roam clearing upstairs, that's a question.
Yeah, that's very true. That's what I was saying when it was a minute 30 in. You know, everyone was still very spread out. It was, I think Asia was the only one that was closest, and then at the last 30 seconds they all just tried to rush it. And of course that didn't work out for Traktori.
So Midnight setting up some sneaky beaky cameras right now. Hopefully that's not going to get taken out by a stray frag grenade from that drone hole. However, you know, we'll see what happens. So again, as I mentioned, it's really important for anybody watching. It's very important to reinforce this wall right here. This is a perfect example where you'd want to have a thermite. For example, if you reinforce that wall there, it stops them from using an Ash or a Zofia or a bot, for example, to open that up and then hold from inside VIP and cutting off a direct line of sight, and basically cutting off access to the entirety of B site through billiards.
Yeah. So we can see that they're right now, Foxtail is going in. They're all going from all angles right now. They're, from what I can see, I think they're pretty spread out, but they are using their drones, which is really good, and there isn't a mute this time, so I think they'll at least be able to maybe use their drones, get some intel, and be able to.
Look at these Valkyrie camera placements there.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's actually what left me speechless for a second, because I was like, those are some really good Val cams.
Yeah.
They're placed perfectly.
Once again, rapid entry into office by Asher. Unfortunately, one of her lifeline was taken down, I believe, by the ADS right there in the corner. Yep. So unfortunately, she's not going to gain any benefit from that one. She does have a teammate pushing up through security now. That will be the IQ. Smoke currently holding in, trying to watch down into kitchen. Nothing too spectacular going on right now. Significant amount of Romas holding upstairs above site over in Hooker and Billiards. gonna be curious to see whether Traktori are gonna try and roam clear that, or whether they're just gonna focus on the site itself. Looks like Kartinker maybe, yep, already inside of small luggage. There's so many callouts for that specific room. Some people call it modular, some people call it small luggage. But by getting rid of one of those drones, saving the drone economy, if you will.
That's really sad because I call it the pink room.
I mean, it's pretty big. So Barbara playing behind the bar. I guess she's kind of the bartender of this place. However, there is one unruly customer. Takes her down, jumps over the bar, and picking up some alcohol for herself. Coming off the plant at the last second as Marie coming in to cover that. Trying to figure out where that Evilite is as Izzy's contesting from the hatch right now. Aztec still baiting it out, wasting a lot of time. Midnight coming in, killing off Kartinker. It's not a lot of time. Marie is surrounded on all sides. She does not have a lot of time remaining. She needs to make a push here. Izzy's going to finish it up. Takes down Marie. Look at that. Again, once again, look at that spread of kills throughout Endpoint. Look at Kartinker. She's doing a lot of work right now.
Yeah, she really is. As compared to previous matches where it was Foxtail that was at the top and doing a lot of the work.
There's a lot
along with Marie.
I mean, there are a lot of players on both teams that are absolutely fantastic now, complete gunners. So it's always fantastic to watch them play out and kind of see how they compare and how they play off against each other. I think that's one of the most exciting things about competitive play in general, is just being able to watch some fantastic players just duke it out and swap it out. Interesting 6-pick right there from Panda. Admittedly, I do like Blackbear. However, Buck is the smarter pick. And to be fair, that's also going to force the defenders to play a little bit more passively and probably avoid them from spawn peeking. Simply due to the threat of Blackbeard's rifle shields. Ballistic shields are very intimidating. However, you know, Buck is a very smart pick, especially on a site and a map where soft destruction can be very important. Having those 2 extra frag grenades is also going to be a nice boon for them.
They do also have the Ash, so they could be trying to kind of rush, but now we're seeing Traktori on defense, so maybe they'll defend better. Who knows? They definitely disappointed me on attack.
It's going to be interesting to see what kind of playstyle Endpoint are going to be bringing into this match. So far, we have seen him play the calm and collected approach to the regimented doctrine of let's just get this done, A, B, C, D. So far, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring out from this. I believe we're probably going to be seeing Panda playing underneath over by Office. However, good night, Marie. Panda taking her head off clean right there. Mozzie dying out very early on. That's going to be a C4 gone, as well as all of those Mozzie pest drones that she may have or may not have. They're not going to be able to do any longer. Asher pushing in, getting the drone. However, that's exactly what I'm talking about with the hot drone. Midnight pushing right behind the drone. Once the defenders focus on the drone, she pushes in, gets that headshot. That's a fantastic move by Midnight. That's a fantastic example of one coordination. Flashbang coming out. However, Foxtail is unflashed. She is unaffected by that. Currently holding on to the staircase right now. One person on the window. As Midnight picks up another kill onto Alvina. As the dock down. And this is rapidly spiraling out of control for Traktori. The other one coming out. As it appears we do have one person on the window. I can't quite figure out who that is. Panda picks up Kartinker. Who's that? I believe that might be Barbara. No, Aztec going down on the staircase. Again, 4v1 situation. It's just too much to deal with.
Oh.
There's just so much going on.
Yeah, there was. And honestly, Marie shouldn't have tried that run out right at the start. I know that's Traktori's style. They love that, but still.
Just look at the pure stack up and the coordination that goes into that push, for example, on blue stairs. right? You've got
Yeah, that's
two
what
drones
that's
going
what
up
you
there.
were telling me.
Yeah.
That's what you were telling me earlier, and I see that now with Endpoint. They have those drones, and I don't think that Traktori knows how to handle that. Like they don't know how to deal with it.
Right, I
The
mean,
droning in and somebody being right behind to rush in and just kill.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely a very tough thing to practice and learn, and to be frank, to be good at. It's very hard to actually hot drone because you need to be fully confident in the callouts and the communication between the droner and the person behind it, because you've literally got milliseconds between when the droner gives a call out and says person left, for example, person left stairs, top left stairs, right? And then the person right behind is going to frag that. They have to take in that information, figure out what that means, and basically kind of let that go through their head, and then actually react to that situation, right?
Yeah.
And that takes a lot of trust. It sounds silly saying it, but it takes a lot of trust.
No,
it
does.
You don't trust the callouts that you get from a lot of teammates. Like, it takes you a couple of seconds. Sometimes you just want to check it for yourself. But instead, Midnight has full confidence in her team that she will just push up that staircase and she will creep to the left. She won't think to the right. She won't look to center. She will focus on the left because that's the last callout she had. That's fantastic.
Well, I don't know if it's a lot of people, but I usually trust all the callouts that are given to me. If somebody's like, go into the left and it's actually to the right, I would go into the left.
Potentially it's the cynical Brit in me that kind of feels a bit like that, but yeah, I definitely, I face check things. After I get a call out, if someone says room's clear, I still check it anyway. Midnight rapid entry into the building, already inside servers, pushing straight through kitchen, and that is a trade by Panda and Cartinker.
Ooh. Yeah, they trade killed each other.
It's very unfortunate. However, I think that probably favors Traktori, even.
Yeah.
Panda is a fantastic fragger. Get those 2 frag grenades off the board, as well as that C8-SFW drone passes right past Foxtail. She doesn't deal with it. Claymore goes down. She's not going to be able to deal with that just yet. She could potentially jump out and around it. As Aztec picks up kill onto Alvina. It's a Legion down off the board as well.
Ooh, and then we see Asia taking down Aztec.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fantastic pick right there. Getting the Nomad off the board. AK, never have to do that again.
Yeah.
Like, the AK under repel can be incredibly intimidating to deal with. However, Midnight spawning up there. That was a stealth drone and a half right there. Gonna try and clear out some of that barbed wire, but she does lose some of her health in the process. Not gonna try and challenge that any further. Jaeger on the blue stairs. And we do see Marie pushing over, rotating the data drone. Or call it gonna be coming out from that camera. Jaeger should be holding white stairs, takes in Midnight. Good example of communication saving Jaeger right there, being able to call out this person on southwest staircase even. Deal with that very rapidly. Traktori do still have the advantage. As we mentioned, 50 seconds remaining. Izzy has Diffuser Barbara over. Finally starting to make an entry into Akka, but she has multiple directions she has to watch over. Gooman going off, giving away her position if that wasn't already apparent. Start making this push, covering luggage. That is one down, as Foxtail down as they begin their push towards, presumably they're going to go for a plant behind A bomb, as a C4 goes out, but it does miss, unfortunately. Asia currently the only person on site.
Oh, Asi is trying.
So that will be a down, not a confirmed kill, but that leaves Barbara in essentially a 2v1 situation right now. Puts it into a 1v1. She has to fight this, but that's not going to be enough, as Marie will pick up that kill.
Whew.
Very
yeah. Traktori is definitely learning. They're learning, I think, a thing or two from Endpoint with the drones, because they weren't doing that before.
Yeah, I mean, definitely look at the contrast between this game and the last game, or potentially even the game yesterday when they initially played. I get the impression that Traktori are learning from Endpoint, and they're definitely taking a lot slower, and they're starting to give more precise callouts from what we can see. Obviously, we can't hear the callouts, but we can presume from what we are seeing and the reactions from what we see that, from an educated guess, they're starting to be on flank watch a lot more. They're starting to be on cams a lot more, and they're responding to things as they happen a lot more efficiently. Now, that would generally imply that there is better communication, or at least people are giving more comments, which is great.
Yeah. So this could be that, you know, like I said, I wanted it to go into the tiebreaker. So it could possibly go into the tiebreaker if that's what if Traktori is learning, you know, with the drones and the cameras and everything. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm aware, Coastline was Traktori's pick. I believe it was their yeah, it was their pick. It was their choice. Not too much of a surprising that we are seeing them, you know, having a bit more of a comeback here. I think that they should be feeling a lot more comfortable on their map choice. 5-3, that's still pretty good. It's nothing to scoff at. That they are doing very well, and potentially they could definitely bring it back. Panda, nice shot onto that default camera. 10 out of 10. I am very proud of you. So I would expect that we're probably going to see Panda pushing up and taking control of VIP Master, etc., just so they can maintain that vertical control. However, there is the Bandit playing up inside of Billiards. It's going to get some damage down dealt to her, and she is getting lit up on all sides. She's getting one person inside of Office, one person inside, one person inside of Aqua, one person outside of Hookah. Panda now rotating her way through luggage, trying to figure out if she can rotate through here. I don't know if that's been droned out fully. I do believe that some of it will have been. I did see a drone up in master bedroom. Jaeger playing inside of security. How are you feeling about this so far?
So far I've just I've kind of just I don't know. It's been a crazy. This match has been a very crazy match compared to the last one between the two teams. So I really don't know what to expect. I'm kind of want to see Traktori use their newly learned you know, usage of cameras and drones and communication, and see if that will change things, or if Endpoint's just gonna go in and, you know, just take over everything. I mean, they are going with the same, where they have Izzy having the diffuser. So they're definitely gonna Midnight taking down Foxtail. So Foxtail has been downed. And currently we have Midnight. Oh my, what? Midnight taking down Kartinka, Panda downing Alvine. So right now Endpoint is just and then Marie downing Barbara. So that's at least a 1 kill going in for Traktori.
Yeah, as your last player standing for Traktori, I do believe that Marie is down there. She's not going to be able to revive her teammate from this position. Potentially going to try and just duke this one out by herself as he's getting the plant down. Again, this is just what we're talking about. Getting the diffuser down, that's their priority. Frags come second.
I mean, there was only like 18 seconds left, so that is always the best strategy.
Yeah, we are moving over to a post-plant situation. That means that Asia needs to retake site. She is on her own. She is a dog, but she's now taken into blue, and that's not going to be enough. As Midnight takes off her head, is he finishing off Marie finally with that round?
I think, yeah, it was just Marie was downed. That's why Marie's died off.
Yeah, she was. So we're now moving over to match point again for Endpoint 6-3. Going in for potentially their last attack execute. We are seeing a similar lineup, and it looks like we are going upstairs. I believe that's going to be Penthouse. I believe it's going to be Penthouse Theatre. I could be wrong. Again, I don't speak. I don't know Cyrillic. My limited. I'll fully admit. All right, I only know Cyrillic because I play Daisy. All right, I don't speak any. But anyway, that does appear to be it. Is obviously it's going to be on the second floor. I don't know whether that's going to be bar. I don't think that's going to be hooker billiards. I don't think that's hooker billiards. I'm pretty sure that is penthouse, but I could be wrong. Anyway, we'll find out.
Yeah, I can't read Russian. I
It's fine,
don't.
we'll find out. And it is indeed. See, this is why I'm so good at Daisy. I can figure out where I was without even need to look at a map. It's great. Anyway, we are looking at a penthouse defense now. It's going to be the first one of the game. It's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to do this. We do have Marie playing on the Vigil, potentially in a heavy roaming capacity, potentially downstairs or potentially down by hooker billiards. There's a couple of places that you generally roam as a Vigil on this map, or on this site. For example, you'll probably be over by hooker billiards, or you could be downstairs in kitchen. There's so many possibilities for that. And I think one of the most important things, especially as a Vigil, would be flexible, be mobile, and just waste as much time as you can. So hopefully we're going to see that playing out here.
So we can see Midnight and Panda going in. Oh, well, Panda taking down Aussie. I guess Aussie was trying to run out or peek. So there's your theory now of the first team that gets a kill. That the first kill they win the round. That's what you said. There was the percentage.
There's a statistic that 80% of rounds won are
80%.
80% of rounds won are by the team that gets the initial entry frag.
Well,
so
we'll
it
have
does
to see
look
now.
like Traktori are at a slight disadvantage. They do lose their dog. That means the MP5 ACOG and all of those stim pistol shots are gone. Endpoint 2 minutes 5 on the clock. A lot of time and a lot to work with. Panda gonna be underneath in the toilets, opening up B site. Trying to open up as much vertical control as possible. Push people away. Now, the important thing to remember, as a buck or a sledge or anybody doing vertical control, a lot of the time you're not even necessarily supposed to get kills. You're simply forcing players away from their designated position and forcing them into the line of fire of another another attacker. As we see there, Jaeger very low health. However, Marie's sneaking about. She is downstairs. Exiting blue bar going into kitchen. Could potentially catch out some people in kitchen. Getting rid of that air jab, that should have given the attackers a notification, but I don't think they're aware. I don't think they're aware of this. First person inside a bathroom. However, Panda can't react to this. And that is a double kill going out for Marie. Midnight trying to even the score a little bit there, but it's a lot of time and a lot of utility wasted there with Marie.
I love when Marie does that. Just going in and boom, boom, killing everybody.
Midnight attempting to stem the bleeding from Marie's roam. However, 45 seconds left. It's curious to see what they're going to be doing here. They need to start getting set up for that execute. We know that Endpoint Light leaving it for the last second. We know that they are... Oh, she's going to walk around the goo man. She doesn't want to set it off because she doesn't want to fire a shot to let people know where she is. Marie slowly gonna peek her way into VIP. Good night to Izzy. Good night to Marie. In a 2v2 situation, this is still more than doable right now. They are gonna rotate, potentially gonna go for a B push here. It looks like they don't have a lot of time remaining. Kartinker does have that shotgun, the SAS shotgun, as I always talk about. It looks like Barbara sneaking her way in. That's not gonna work out for her. And Kartinker in the back with that shotgun.
Traktori has really learned. I'm pretty sure that's why Marie went with the Vigil, is because of the drone, the droning that Endpoint does.
Yeah, I mean, the Vigil right there is a fantastic counter to drone work, simply because it muddies the comms in a way that you can't give a specific call out to. Say for example, in that situation, you can't call out that there's a Vigil in kitchen, because you don't know if there's a Vigil in kitchen. He could be upstairs in VIP, he could be in the hallway, he could be in service entrance. There's so many places he could be because it spreads out his location throughout like an entire sector of the map.
Yeah.
So even if there was a flank drone set in kitchen, which to be fair, it didn't look like there was. Yes.
So it seems that Panda is making a change to something. I'm not sure.
Curious to see.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Monty! Oh, they are going for a Monty plant. That is for sure what they're doing. I saw them do that yesterday, actually. So I know that's what they're doing.
I'll fully admit this, I'm terrified of a Montaigne.
Штурмотряд должен обезвредить
I am
заряды.
too. I think everybody is almost.
I think one of the best ways to describe a Montaigne is that, being frank about it, if you see somebody picking a Montaigne or a Blitz, chances are that means that they... It
Blitz
means
I'm
that
not
they're
as
probably
afraid of.
Montaigne or Blitz mains. Let's put it that way, alright? If you see somebody choosing to play a Shield Wellington, that means they're probably very bloody good.
Yeah. But I'm not as afraid of Blitz as I am of Monty. Blitz you can kind of get from the sides, unless you're flashed. But, you know, Monty is a little more
Oh, like,
closed.
I'll fully admit, I don't mind Blitz. I think, have you seen the Panzerstärke uniform they leave for Blitz?
For wait,
Blitz,
the
the
elite
Blitz
for Blitz.
elite, oh my god, it's hot.
I
Anyway,
love it.
we do
I
have
love
the
it.
Monty pushing up slowly but surely. 2 minutes 45 on the clock. Endpoint making their move now. Curious to see what they're going to do. I imagine they're probably going to try and take from the east side. It looks like probably going to be pushing in, clearing through data, etc. Midnight getting a couple of shots on target towards her. However, not going to be hitting just yet. One person inside of master bedroom. So it does look like we do have Alvine on that double window. She is kind of caught in a corner here. She doesn't want to be in there. And you don't want to have the Montaigne on a rappel. You don't need a shield on a rappel. That's the worst thing you could do. What are you doing?
Not.
Panda, you are throwing right now. Panda, you are throwing and you are costing, and that is naughty. Anyway.
Fraser.
Look, all I am saying is that, like, if you're playing a shield on a rappel, you are doing it wrong. And she should know that, alright? And that's why I'm being harsh about it.
It's okay. I think they even though they did lose the Monty, even though that was their, you know, that I think their plan was, you know, to Monty plant, but they can still recover.
They can still recover it. So we do see Marie sneaking up through the southwest of, southeast staircase. Going to be holding a tight angle onto Nancy. We're going to be seeing if anybody pushes out of VIP. Siege drone. However, that's going to call out her position. She's going to have to rotate now. Luggage is a very dangerous position to be in, especially when you have somebody on that rooftop. However, timing. She's going to try and sneaky beaky her way across this, and she's going to make it. She should be fine. She shouldn't get spotted. She does have a teammate coming in behind her. However, Midnight close behind. That's going to be a frag for somebody. I just don't know who. That's going to be Midnight goes down. And a melee kill from Marie. She is very low health, but that is a rough situation to be in right now. One of their fraggers is down. 3v4. 45 seconds remaining.
She may be. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Barbara coming in like an SAS para commando. Super Ninja from the rooftop. Drops down onto the hatch. Or drops down onto the balcony. Pushing down. Now we have full aqua control. Just imagine the momentum right now. They are beginning for a push into A. They were likely going to go for a default A plant. Kartinker is very low health. She needs to get stemmed, and she needs to get stemmed rapidly. Look at Ash here holding on to that B-bomb chassis. And she's going for that plant here. Barbara's covering her from Aqua. A lot of time, and Utility's going into this. Izzy's going to get the plant down, and that is a post-plant situation right now. It is all up to one player on Traktori left remaining. Endpoint, 2 players, Barbara and Izzy, versus Fox Tail. She's rotating down through luggage. Gonna have to make this push slowly, quietly, deadly. She has not got a lot of time to make this happen. They are aware of her position. It's a mountain climb and it's not gonna work out. It's Endpoint. Finish. Map number 2. GG to Endpoint.
Yeah, GG to Endpoint. That was Barbara who took down Foxtail. So Endpoint, GG, congrats. They won. Both teams played wonderfully throughout the entire tournament. But
that was incredible.
GG.
Look at those kills. 16-7, 12-7, 12-6. Midnight Barbara, Panda Aztec, Izzy, GG. That was fantastic.
Look at those kills. Oh, those kills. Oh my goodness.
Guys, everybody in chat, thank you so much for watching and hanging about throughout today and throughout yesterday. I've had an absolutely fantastic time. My name is Fraser. I have obviously been joined by the incredible Engineer Bunny. Thank you so much for being my co-caster today.
Thank you for having me. It was definitely an amazing, especially yesterday to cast and today. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. This was the final that I was looking for. So